Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hi, Brighton. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming and tapping. I really do appreciate it. All right. Hi, Electric Gal Shar. Hi, Joanna or Johanna. I'm saying it right. Hi, Tara. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to see all my friends. All right. Happy. Thank you. Hi, everybody over on YouTube and Twitch. Great to see you. I do have a call-in number today over on YouTube if anybody wants to call in to debate me. So if you voted for Donald Trump over there on those other platforms, you can come in and debate me as well. Okay, it's not letting me come up on my backup. Great. That plan failed already. All right, let's do our Diava Smackdown. Let's get into it. She signs on every day waiting for MAGA to enter the door. Whether this and that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge her fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got fight. Come see Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. Thank you. Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diava hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diava's got game, and she's hard to beat. See Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jewel. With maggots in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, look, we have a runner." Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA tweets swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. That's for all you MAGA men, the most emotional creatures that have ever walked this planet. That is for you MAGA men. So emotional. MAGA's been crashing out all day. Hi, everybody over there. I am taking call-ins on YouTube today. So if you're over on YouTube or Twitch and you want to call in, the number's right here by Diavatalks. It's got the call-in number. You can call in and debate me from over there too. So if you want to call in, feel free. Otherwise, I will take people over here on TikTok. So if you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request and come on up. And thank you to Hey Jude for my theme song, which is great. You can also get that on Spotify. It's called Diava Smackdown. Miller Lite seems like he wants to come up. Why don't you come up, Miller Lite? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Thank you guys for all being here, sharing your Saturday with me. Awesome sauce. Thank you guys. Make sure you hit the little heart me up in the corner there. The little, it's only 1 penny, but it does a lot for the algorithm. I really appreciate it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. Gen X Proud, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Happy Saturday, everybody. If you're over there on the YouTube or Twitch, if you want to call in, the call-in number's on the screen by my name. You can call in. If you are a Trump voter and you want to debate me, go ahead and call in. If you voted for Donald Trump over here on TikTok, hit that guest request and come on up. I have some questions for MAGA today. Is there any MAGA in here that'll at least just come up and answer a question? You can drop down after I ask my question, but I'm really genuinely curious. You're welcome, Appeasy. I'm here every day. Oh, I'm sorry, Gen X. We needed you yesterday. We needed you today. Oh, thank you. I need you guys every day too. Tara, thank you for sending 5 subscriptions. Thank you so much. I'm hoping to meet my subscription goal. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is pouring rain here today. I don't know if you can hear it, but at least it's not thundering. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Hi, Val. Welcome, welcome. If you're over there on YouTube or Twitch and you want to call in, the number down there to call in is right there. So you can call in and we will have a chat. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. We're on a subwave. I need 2 more subs within 5 minutes. So if you want to subscribe, it costs you like $3. It's less than a cup of coffee to support your favorite creator. So for a whole month, it's not bad. Pretty cheap. You haven't missed anything. We haven't had any Trump voters up here yet. They're too scared. And if you voted for Donald Trump, Gracious sent 20 subscriptions. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you, Gracious. Thank you so much. If you guys got a subscription today, please thank Tara or Gracious. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. That was so incredibly generous. Thank you. That was so nice. Over there on YouTube and Twitch, you guys on YouTube, you guys can send, if you want to help donate to support my live, you can do super chats, super stickers. You can also become a paid member of my team over there on YouTube. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, how excited. That was so nice of you. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. That was so kind. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you're over there on YouTube or Twitch and you want to call in, the call-in number is on the screen. Thank you so much. W gracious. W's in the chat. 1,000 W's. Well, actually, you only have 300 people in here right now, but so nice. I do have an amazing platform and amazing followers, and people are just amazing. But if you voted for Donald Trump, I am looking to talk to you. So if you voted for Trump, hit the guest request. Maybe this background's just not doing it. Oh, let's see if that's on. See if that'll draw him in. I don't know. We'll see. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Yeah, the 8647 is too old, though. They don't react to that much anymore. Has Taco said anything about what's happened in Texas? He has. He said he would work with Texas to help because it's very shocking what's happened, he said. But it's not really. It isn't shocking at all. It's directly because of Donald Trump. I mean, like, yeah, number one, did you vote for Trump?
I definitely did.
Huh?
I definitely did.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I am 28 years old and I live in South Carolina.
Why would you do that?
I didn't vote for Trump because of who he is as a person. I voted for him because, and I don't even know if I can really touch on this on live. Yeah, because us kids are more educated and we do our research. So
you clearly didn't do any research on Donald Trump. So why did you vote for him for?
Research on Donald Trump. So I voted for Trump for the sake of the children.
What children?
Exactly. You all are going against Trump and you don't even know.
What children are you talking about?
Okay, can I talk?
No, you're going to answer my fucking question or you're going to go.
I'm literally answering the question and you're getting so angry.
No, I want you to answer the question. What children? What children are you talking about?
Anyways, as I was saying, I voted for Trump for the children, specifically the children, because there's a lot of children that are being trafficked and things of that nature. And he has spoke on, rescuing those children.
Dude, he's all over the Epstein files. What the fuck is wrong with you?
His name is not listed in the Epstein files.
It is. It is. It is. You're wrong.
How are you muting my mic?
I'm not. My mods are because I don't let people speak over me. And you're absolutely, positively the most hypocritical person I've talked to. And that's saying something. Donald Trump is all over the Epstein files. They were BFFs for years and years and years. Elon Musk put it all over Twitter that the reason why they haven't released the Epstein files is because Donald Trump is all over them. And you know what happens? Typically when Donald Trump, if you defame somebody and you say something untrue, Donald Trump would have already sued him for defamation for putting something like that out there. And Donald Trump hasn't done anything. He hasn't even mentioned that he said it. He hasn't even done anything at all about Elon Musk saying that he was all over the Epstein files, which is why they haven't been released. So don't talk to me about fucking children and trafficking. Have you ever Googled, if you did your research, did you Google who Katie Johnson is?
Am I able to respond now, or are you just going to...
Answer me, please.
I have done my research.
Do you know who Katie Johnson is?
The tweets from Elon Musk saying that Trump was in the files. But you got to think about it. If he was in those files, they then would have been released when they were trying to get him in jail. Every time they try to get him in jail, it didn't work.
No.
He's actually innocent.
No. That's not true.
I agree. I'm able to listen to both parties. I'm able to listen to you and myself. I'm able to read the chat. I do not want to be hostile.
I don't give a shit. You're a hypocrite. It's disgusting. Have you looked up Katie Johnson versus Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein?
I could look up those things.
Go.
Take some time to look up the things that I'm talking about.
Go ahead. You have Google in your hand. Go ahead.
You want to look up the thing about the children that I mentioned?
Go ahead. Go look up Katie Johnson and Jeffrey. Go look up Katie Johnson and Jeffrey Epstein and Donald J. Trump. Go.
Are you going to look at the
children? Go do what I said, or I'm going to drop you.
You can.
You're not. You don't get to pivot. It's not your live.
I don't care about being up here.
Oh, go.
Oh.
Bye. Bye. Then go look. Then go look. Then go look. I don't allow pivoting. Guess what? The only thing you get out is I voted because you're saying the same thing, and I just keep muting you. So you're not getting anywhere. Save the children from Donald J. Trump. 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 So disingenuous. It's so gross. It only took me that long to drop her because I was blocking her first. That was just stupid. Save the children as you're defunding education, as children are going to lose their health care and their Medicaid. Save the children as you're defunding and taking food away from them. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
crazy woman that was just up here that said you were from South Carolina and you voted for Donald J. Trump and the Republican Party to save the children? I want you to tell me, if you're still in here, I want you to tell me who R.J. May is, please.
I've done my research. No, you haven't.
Because if you would know in South Carolina, you should know who R.J. May is. You know, a friend of Trump's.
That stupid save the children. Save the children.
A friend of Trump's.
Susu O'Connor, thank you for sending 20 subscriptions. Sorry, Val, but that was, oh my God, 20 subscriptions. Thank you so much.
R.J. May was convicted of 10 counts of disputing child seat. A representative from Lexington, Republican in South Carolina.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, let's talk about the two people he brought back from Hungary that were getting arrested in Hungary for child.
Are you talking about Romania, the Tate brothers?
Yeah, Romania. Yeah, the Tate brothers.
That actually were trafficking people?
Child trafficking is what you're worried about, and you voted for Trump.
Right?
You're one of the dumbest people that have ever come to this people.
That's what I said. And I said, that's saying a lot. I mean, a lot. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you voted for Donald Trump over there on YouTube and Twitch, there is a call-in number. You can call in today and debate us. So if you want to call in from YouTube or Twitch, you may call in. If you're over here on TikTok, please hit the guest request and come on up if you voted for Donald Trump. I can't stand that save the children shit.
No, it's dumb. It's absolutely dumb. I'm one to save the children, vote for the Republican Party. The people that are
I mean, like, come on.
that directly affect children. The people that won't put school lunch programs in schools because, you know, that directly affects children. You want to come here and talk about saving the children?
And I mean, let's just say it what it is. You got a lot of clergy, a lot of pastors, and a lot of people on the Republican side that diddle children. So I don't even want to hear it. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you, Gen X Proud. I've never seen that one. That is so cute. A tiny, tiny float, it says. Oh my God, that was so cute. Yeah, the party that has Linda McMahon as the education secretary. Go look up the case against her husband that she's involved with. Come on, guys. The whole party is riddled. Riddled with people that do harm to children. Give me a break. Give me a break.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz. Yeah, he was the first pick for Attorney General. He had relations with an underage.
And trafficker across state lines.
Weren't some of those traffickers at some Christian camp that they found when they did that big roundup in Texas or all over the country? There was a bunch of... Yikes. I don't want to hear about save the children. My goodness. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Republicans always project what they're doing. You're correct. Every accusation is a confession. Every time. Every time. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you're over there on the YouTube and Twitch, you can call in. If you voted for Donald Trump, you can call in. People said they heard you sniffling. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Okay, we're looking for Trump voters. Where are you? They're awfully quiet, huh? Awfully quiet today. I got some fun backgrounds today. Let's see. Over here I did. Oh, I did this one. Look. We had to put up razor barbed wire because of all the Trump Christians thinking they were getting in. Sanjo, I'm so sorry. You only have 2 followers, which means you're either going to come up here and crash out, slur something. So I don't platform you if you have less than 10 followers. Oh, yeah. Gen X leftists, you're the wrong one to call in. They're probably all hungover from yesterday. Probably. You have the floods are not near you, right, Val? Thank you, Tara. Oh, that was to Val, but thank you anyway. I should put some little gators by the gate. That would have been funny. They ain't getting into heaven. These people, they don't have a chance. And I like this one too. Hold on. Oops, I can't move my person yet. Hold on. Most of us are 3 bad months from being homeless. None of us are 3 good months away from being billionaires. MAGA, why do you keep simping for the billionaires? You're 1 month from homeless. I know, right? But I mean, why there always are simping for billionaires? It's like we're most of us are 3 bad months from being homeless. And not a one of us is good 3 months away from being billionaires. Not a one. There is a number to call in. If you're over there on YouTube and Twitch and you voted for Donald Trump, there's a number you can call in. Just give a call in and we can debate. If you're over here over on TikTok, my YouTube channel name is exactly the same. All of my social media is Diavatalks. Same logo, same everything, so you know it's me. And then this one, hold on. Let's wait for him to finish cleaning up the yard before we put the sign back out. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. That's okay. I need regular followers over on YouTube too. I'm just trying to grow my audience over on YouTube and Twitch. So I just have a call-in number so people can engage if they want to over on YouTube and Twitch. And maybe we can start getting more people calling in and stuff like that. They're not coming up today. MAGA's hateful enough to leave it up while they're doing. I know, right? Oh, here we go. This one was one right there. The master race. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Oh my God. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only, so please only hit the guest request if you voted for Donald Trump. Lovely Pain, I think we're mutuals. You can re-request up if you are a Trump supporter, but I think you're friendly. Yeah, we have 19 over on YouTube now, so that's good. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I want to ask a Trump supporter a question. If you're a Trump voter, please come up for me to ask you a question. You can drop down after you answer the question if you don't want to talk about anything else, but it's about 4th of July that I really want to ask a Trump voter. Oh shoot, I just missed a call. I gotta put my audio on because I just missed a call from the from the Somebody on YouTube. Whoever just tried to call me over there on YouTube, go ahead and call back. I had it on mute. I'm so sorry, it didn't ring. Please call back. I have it on now. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you're over there on YouTube or Twitch, you can call in. I took it off. I had it on vibrate, and obviously I missed it, so I went ahead and turned the volume up so it'll ring. Oh, this one's good too. Presidential goals. Kennedy, presidential goals. The moon. Literally. Reagan, more money for rich people. Clinton, eliminate the deficit. Bush, more money for rich people. Obama, universal health care. Trump, more money for rich people. I sense a common theme. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I can't believe there's nobody coming up today. Just one Save the Children wackadoo, but other than that. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I don't know where they get to call themselves conservative. They're not conservative about anything other than conserving old man ideas, old white supremacy ideas, but not because it does anything to help anybody. This is going to come up a little bit. This is going to come up across as a little crass. Excuse me. But people that are saying pray for Texas, thoughts and prayers don't work. Okay, thoughts and prayers don't work. We need science. Texas officials are blaming the National Weather Service that Trump gutted for the results of the deadly storm, because they said they're only supposed to get 2 or 3 inches, and they got a whole thing. Thoughts and prayers don't work. We need the National Weather Service and the NOAA to work efficiently. Thoughts and prayers aren't going to work. We need resources. We need action. We need scientists to do their job. Instead of gutting out the National Weather Service, gutting out the NOAA, thoughts and prayers aren't going to do shit. Thoughts and prayers are going to do nothing. Nothing. The kids that were swept away were at a Christian camp. You would have thought their prayers would have helped. I'm not trying to be crass, but y'all got to stop thinking that this imaginary sky daddy is, the answer to every fucking problem. It's just not. Hi, Deb. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
59 and Texas.
Have you been affected by the floods?
I'm in Central Texas, yeah.
I don't know what that means. I'm in Florida, so I don't know what that means. If that's a yes or no, I don't know.
Central Texas near Austin, shit. So yes, that would be near San Saba and places like that. That would be one.
Okay.
You had a question.
Oh, yeah. Did you light fireworks last night, or your husband, or anybody?
No.
Huh? Or anybody in your family?
No.
Oh. Because there was a lot of people all around the country that lit off fireworks last night, and that's a Class A misdemeanor. Yes, it's storming really bad. It's a Class A misdemeanor because you're supposed to have a permit, to shoot fireworks all over around, and that's the same exact penalty, or that's the exact charge that an immigrant gets if they come across the border without papers. So I was just wondering, all the people that were shooting off fireworks last night that were committing Class A misdemeanors, do you think that they deserve to go to a concentration camp or alligator Auschwitz or anything like that?
I'm not for a concentration camp or anything of the such. No.
But that's what they're doing.
It may be what they're doing, but you asked me, did I think they deserve it? No.
Do you think people that come up? So do you think if people that come across the border without papers or here in the country undocumented, that they deserve to be put in concentration camps?
No. I feel like they need to just let's complete the process legally and be done with it.
They're not allowed to. They're just being swept up and shipped into concentration camps. They don't get a choice.
Okay. You asked was I okay with it? No.
But that's what you voted for.
For that?
Huh?
I never voted for that.
You did? How else did you think that he was going to implement mass deportations when he said he wanted to get people out of here?
That he would do that? Did anyone think that he would do that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
People figured he would go with DeSantis, land in Florida, with people in concentration camps surrounded by alligators. People really thought that.
He asked if they could do it at the southern border in his first administration. He asked if they could put alligators around the border, if they could dig a moat around the border to keep them from crossing. He said it in his first administration. We 100% knew this is what he was going to do. Did you not know that?
Nope.
Well, I've got another question.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Man, you're from Texas, right?
Yes, I am, Val.
So am I.
I know.
Okay, so please explain to me how you thought a party of people that put a buoy system covered with a razor system
Well,
hold on, I'm not done because people are going to hear the whole story here.
Right.
Put a razor system with a buoy system in the Rio Grande River that unalived women and children. You thought they weren't going to be cruel?
where you and I are going to disagree.
No, there's no disagreeing there.
That's what they did.
No, you don't
It
like
happens.
it. That's fine.
This has nothing to do with, we're not talking about whether.
I am aware of the buoy system, and I had no problem with it.
You had no problem.
That's fucking
No problem
disgusting.
with it.
Razor wire for people swimming over?
Issues with that. You had no problem with that. It was unaliving women and children.
They attempted to get that taken down.
They didn't attempt. They took it down. The Biden administration had that taken down. That's not an attempt. I don't know what you're talking about. Where's your humanity? Human beings that unalived because of that. And you thought this man was going to be any less? You thought this man was going to be any less cool?
You like to call it coming across the Rio Grande.
And you thought this
Rio
man was going to be
Grande,
any less cruel?
do you think that they can come across it and something not happen just in general?
Man, you do realize when they're sitting on, you realize in that place, in that particular place, man, in that particular place, man, they're already on U.S. soil. You do realize in that place they're already on U.S. soil, right? Oh, see, that hurt your feelings.
Go back to that. No, it hurts my
No, it ain't going back. It ain't going back to that, man. That is the problem.
This
That
is
cruelty
your
and that thought,
opinion,
cruelty
my
is the problem.
opinion.
It
Okay,
promoted
here we go again. How many have attempted to cross the Rio Grande before there were razor wire in the water?
about
How
the
many
same
put
number.
their wrist
And,
at
man,
risk?
do you understand that that was illegal, right?
No grant.
Ma'am, you do understand that was illegal, right?
Legal to cross a body of water that you're not supposed to be in.
But who says that?
Oh, God.
Who
Who
said?
says you're not supposed to be in that body of water?
Apparently,
Who says you're not supposed to be in that body
where
of
does the
water?
line? Okay.
Please provide me the law that says you're not supposed to be in that body of water.
Wrong.
Please provide me, ma'am, you just made it plain. Please provide provide me the law that says you're not supposed to be in that
Get
body of
over me.
water.
I'm not going to sit here and do this.
Who
Where
to
does
man
the
provide me
United
the law?
States law?
You just made a claim. Provide me the law.
Where is the law?
Where's the law, man? Provide me the law.
No. Where does the line go?
Provide me the law, man, that says you're
Where
not
does
supposed to be
the
in that body of
line
water.
go for what?
Okay, you're not engaging. I'm muting your microphone right now. Stop, Deb. You are crashing the fuck out, okay? And you're not answering the question. You're saying that it's against the law for them to come across the line. All we're asking you is, where is the law that says it's wrong or illegal? I bet you think you're a Christian too. Where's the law that it says it's illegal? You can unmute. I invited you to unmute.
Unmuted. I'm well aware of how to unmute. Line for United States versus Mexico. Where's the line drawn? Where is it?
Where is the law that says it's illegal?
Where is it? Where is it? Where's the line?
Where is the law that says it's illegal?
One country to another. One country to another.
It's not illegal.
Take over from one country to another without following that country's law.
What is our laws?
Mexico without following
Do you think
Mexico's
it's the
law.
river, man?
Tell me about it. Y'all
Do
know.
you think it's the river? No, I just asked you a question. Do you think it's the river?
You want me to tell you? You tell me. I'm asking you.
He's asking you, is it the river that's the line?
I asked you the question first. Do you think it's the river?
Telling you. Where does American soil start?
On some places on that side, on their side of the river, on some places on our side of the river.
Correct.
There you go. There you go.
All right, ma'am.
So where is it illegal?
But what does Title 8 say?
Oh, they crossed
What does Title 8 U.S. Code 1158 say?
I'll read it to you. Do you want me to read it to you?
Go ahead.
It's the asylum law, just so you know. Okay. Just so you know, it's 8 U.S. Code 1158. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up right now. I literally have it almost on speed dial because I have to read this to every Trump supporter that ever comes up here because they don't know our laws and that they're just wrong. Okay. Here is the authority to apply for asylum. Any alien who is physically present in the United States or who arrives in the United States, whether or not at a designated port of arrival, and including an alien who is brought to the United States after having been interdicted in international or United States waters, irrespective of such alien status, may apply for asylum. So they have to be on U.S. soil in order to claim asylum, and it doesn't have to be through a port of entry.
Right. And I really wished we'd quit making the argument for 1325 because the minute they come over and say they want to claim asylum,
Then that's null and void.
1325 goes away.
Correct.
So, okay.
So it's not illegal for them to come over here. It's the actual process that the United States has afforded to people. If they make it to U.S. soil, they can claim asylum. That is our laws. They are following our laws. And you guys are demonizing them for following our laws.
And ma'am, over and beyond that, the little buoys that you're so proud of that Abbott put into
Never said
those
I was
waters.
proud of it.
Well, you sure acted
You
like
said you were okay with it.
You said you're okay with it. You said you're okay with it, ma'am.
It's fucking inhumane.
Ma'am, that broke 2 international treaties
Correct.
between U.S. and
On
Mexico.
American soil, that's
No, those were U.S. treaties, ma'am, on that river that are agreed to by the U.S. government and Mexico. They're international treaties. Putting that stuff
We're
there
never
was
going
actually
to
illegal
agree
by Abbott.
It has nothing to do with agreeing. We have laws,
we do.
and they are following the law by coming to the United States the way they're coming to the United States.
You don't like.
No, I don't like people like you who are racist fucking bigots and fake ass Christians.
What I don't like is a woman setting up here in this panel that actually is okay
Shelby, thank you for
with
subscribing.
women and children being unalived by cruel practice, which has actually already happened.
You are okay.
During Abbott's administration, and
What I'm
You said you're okay with the buoys with razor wires. You're okay with it.
Ma'am, the minute you keep trying to defend it, you're okay with it.
Y'all continue to say what I have
What y'all?
continued
What
to say
y'all?
repeatedly.
Who's
You
y'all?
two. You two.
Who's y'all?
You two.
We're telling you the laws, ma'am.
You two. You two. What you have both continued to sit here and say is the fact that I'm okay with this unaliving.
You said you were okay with the buoys, which unalived people. You inhumane piece of crap. Get off my live. Get the fuck off my live. You're so disgusting. You're so inhumane. Your bigotry and your hatred and your racism is just, I hope you burn. Because you're going to. I can't handle the inhumanity anymore. She's so gross. These fake ass Christians. These white people, these fucking white people like myself, the fellow envelopians, just fucking hate immigrants for nothing. For absolutely nothing.
For you, but I want to make sure she understands something. I'll pull up the number for you on, you know what I'm saying, exactly how many people unalived in that river during that time of that mess going on there and the razor wire and the water and all that. I'll pull that up for you, but I want you to understand one thing. One was too many. One was too damn many.
It's like they love the cruelty. So gross. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you're on YouTube and Twitch, you can call into the call-in number if you voted for Donald Trump. Jazzy, did you vote for Trump?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. W's. I'm just looking for Trump voters. I'm so sorry. I promise you, I'm not trying to be mean. I just have a format that I follow every day from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. I take Trump voters. From 6 to 7, I bring up Harris voters and everybody else. So if you want to stick around till 6 or come back at 6, I'd love to chat with you. I hope you understand. I'm not trying to be mean. I just have to stick to a format. I appreciate it. And that Deb was following me. Ugh. I can't stand. It's the inhumanity that hurts. It physically hurts my chest. Like it physically hurts me. And that's why I can only take it for so long. I just can't take it for that too. The inhumanity is what it gets me. I can't help it. It just absolutely wrecks me. They're just human beings. They're just humans. That's it. They're just human. Ugh. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Thank you, EOS. Thank you over there on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to call in, if you voted for Trump, you can hit the call-in number down here. Like, how do we get out of this mess? Like, even when Trump's gone, how do we get out of this mess? Because Trumpism is here. Like, they're all brain rot. Oh, my God. And you guys just witnessed my soul leaving my body. Shit. Oh, my God. That was thunder. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. You heard that in the Netherlands? You sharted for me? God. I fucking hate thunderstorms. Oh my God, they scare me so bad. That was so loud. If there is a God, he was telling me, you right, girl. You keep going, girl. You keep going. Ava loves thunderstorms, and I absolutely hate them. Did you hear that?
Why that was
I said, they watched my soul leave my body with that one. I literally jumped a whole foot. I swear. I'm in Florida. Just imagine what it's doing to the Everglades right now. Yeah. Yeah, good times down there in the Everglades.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Jim. CT, did you vote for Trump? Nope. Prosecute the felon. Marmite, I am only looking for Trump voters. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Only looking for Trump voters until 6 p.m. Eastern. It's already been flooded more than once. That one wasn't as bad. That was loud, but not as bad. Holy mess, that was scary. Woo! Jesus.
Ooh, girl.
Fucking.
Watch your tongue. It's coming for you.
Do a commercial real quick. I have to go to the bathroom.
We better go. Hey, everybody. There's 613 people in here. Let's tap that screen. She should be well above 144,000 at this point. She's been on for almost an hour. Let's tap that screen. Tap that screen. Those hearts should be dancing and flying right past Val's little dog there. Tap, tap, tap. Bud, Bud, Bud. Bud loves hearts. Show Bud and Val some love. Let's tap that screen. And also, if you hit the little arrow below Val, you can share it with all your friends, or you could just hit copy link out to Facebook. You can send it out to wherever you want to invite people in. Just make sure you're showing support for the live. In addition to that, she has her gift goals turned on at the top. 415 out of 485 subscriptions. And her gift goal is, looks like a little heart with a music note for TikTok. 35 out of 500. And then, of course, there's Val and I. If you feel like supporting us with the information and education that we provide, please do so. Our links are in the bio, but you can also send us little taps as well, or follow us and make sure that you are supporting those of us who support you and appreciate you each and every day. Make sure your comments are geared towards asking questions. If you want to come up at the end of the show, if you're a supporter of ours, please do that as well. And I just want to make sure that Val knows we're all thinking of him and all the people of Texas. We are sorry that the leadership you have is who they are. And we are thankful for people like you in Texas who are fighting for democracy and the environment and making sure that every Texan has an opportunity to be protected. I know that I have been just completely beside myself watching this and the huge fires that have hit California once again on federal lands. Let me repeat that. 79,000 acres of federal land currently on fire in California. The Department of Homeland Security and Trump have not set a peep. So make sure you understand that that's not California, that's federal land that has been failed to be kept up.
It seems like he's not going to be happy until all of us are gone. I mean, I'm sure that's not reality. That's just literally how it feels.
I'm all for seceding from the son of a bitch at this point.
I'm for it too. I'll move out there. If blue states are seceding from red states, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm not getting left with these fuckers. I just got a banana. For what?
Aren't you like on your second strike?
I'm on my third.
Oh.
For bullying and harassing. What were we talking about?
How long has it been since you had one go?
I just got bananaed for a day. What the fuck?
For what? What?
For bullying and harassing. I blocked her. Oh my God.
Fuck. Okay, we should want a president.
I submitted my appeal, so we'll see what my appeal says, but what the hell? I got a 24-hour banana. And again, they are so in their feelings. I didn't even do anything. Every fucking day. I have a warning on my main account that has over 42,000 followers, the one I'm on right now, that I have a warning that my account might get permanently banned. I'll see if I win my appeal. If not, I'll go up on my backup. But I mean, I'm like, come on. It's ridiculous. Nearly every day. For no reason. All right. I want to help build up my my YouTube account. Because TikTok obviously is, I just keep getting a banana. It's not right. So if you're following me over here on TikTok, hopefully you've subscribed already. You can become a paid member that helps support my live. You can send super chats. You can send super stickers with dollar amounts attached to them so that you can help support my live. Of course, my appeal was not approved. What the fuck? Oh, God. Let me send it to my agent, like every day, no matter what. Bullying and harassing is like bullying and harassing and like over and over again. And if I say something like you're a horrible human, that's not bullying and harassing. When you're saying we're talking about not caring if people die, that's not calling you a bad person for that. It's not bullying and harassing. If you voted for Donald Trump over here, you can go ahead and hit the call-in number. I'll debate you over here while I'll come up on my backup account. It's annoying. I mean, I was in the bathroom, right? I just came back and sat down. That's not bullying and harassing. Just because you don't let someone be a shitbag human. I got a timeout for bullying and harassing, so I'm just waiting for, I'm trying to send the appeal to, oh, well, I'll go up on my 2.0. But it's so stupid. It's just so stupid. It's just not necessary. Bobo, shut up. You're not entitled to my cheese.
Yeah, why do you keep doing that?
I got a 24-hour timeout. I do not know why. All right, let me go back up on my, let me go on my 2.0 account. This is so silly. Here we go. Go to my 2.0 account. All right. I did get your email, Lois. I did. Thank you. And yeah, that's perfectly fine. Everything you said is fine. God's bowling strikes up there, huh? I'm getting my 2.0 set up. Give me 2 seconds. All right. I am up on my 2.0. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back. I'm on my 2.0. Have no idea what's that noise? Thunder. It's massively thundering outside.
Mm-hmm.
It is thundering. I got a 24-hour timeout. No reason. What you are going through is exactly why a lot of creators stop debating. I know. It's annoying, but I feel like I'll keep going as long as I can. I can't bring my 3.0 account right now. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you're over there on YouTube or Twitch, you can call in the number and we can do it that way. I got a 24-hour timeout. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I can't say because it'll trigger, so I can't. Or it'll give people ideas. It is rain, it is thundering, it is horribly raining here. I never know. They don't tell us who reports us. They don't even tell us what we said or did. It just goes. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh, trying to get back to my. Okay, there we go. I have to send the screenshots to my agent to get those. Hopefully, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I 100% agree. We should be able to know who reported us, and if they report us for, when there's no violation, then I think they should get the timeout. I just don't think it's fair. Anyway. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. All right. Sent it off to my agent. There we go. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I would love to chat with you. It's thunder in the background. I can't do anything. We're having a wicked storm. It's so stormy. I know, I had just gotten back from the bathroom, so I'm like, what the hell did I do? I know. My daughter loves thunder and rain too. I do not. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. It is thunder. Oh, I believe you, Jim. Just your usual. I mean, us Democrats, I thought us Democrats control the weather. I sure will be turning this shit off. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's chat. If you're over there on YouTube or Twitch, you can call in. We have the call-in number now. If you voted for Donald Trump and you want to call in to debate me, you can do that too. Every day I try the call-in number, nobody ever calls in, and then when I don't do it the next day, they're like, "What number can I call into?" I'm like, "Y'all just never come on the right days that I have call-ins." You would love a thunderstorm right now. It's been doing this for days. Well, in Florida, it does it every afternoon. But
Rain, not thunder. I like rain, not thunder.
if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. You didn't vote? Well, you got us Donald Trump anyway. Stop being a lazy voter. Thank you very little for getting us Donald Trump. I mean, if it was Thursday and it was doing that, I'd be thunder cunt Thursday, and then it would be like so perfect, but plenty of water for those alligators. Are you saying that? And I hope you're not saying it like it's a good thing. That whole alligator Auschwitz is a nightmare. Non-voters are just as responsible for Trump. 100%. 89 million people didn't even vote. So yeah, if they would have voted, we would have blown them out of the water. Okay. Thank you, Shelby. I was like, I hope it's not. Yep. The Florida representative. I saw Carlos Guillermo Smith, who I know personally. Anna Escamani. I can't remember the other lady's name. They all went down to the alligator Auschwitz. They're all members of Florida Congress, and they were denied entry. So they're hiding things for a reason. And they have congressional oversight. That is in the purview of their job. So proud to be an American. I'm proud to be an American. I'm not proud of our country right now. You can still be proud of your country, but not the administration that's running it. I invited James up. If he doesn't come up this time, he's just gonna get muted. He just comes in every day to say stupid shit. So he can just go if he's not gonna come up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, come on up. They don't have to make an appointment. Congress doesn't have to make an appointment. Congress has oversight of all the facilities and prisons, anywhere they want to go as oversight. They don't have to ask for permission and they don't have to have an appointment. No, I'm not proud to be an American right now. That's why I was like, fuck the 4th of July. I don't give a shit. If everyone doesn't have freedom, then nobody has freedom. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you're on TikTok, if you're over there on YouTube and Twitch, you can call into the number if you want to debate me if you voted for Trump. Why am I the problem? I'm not the one tearing I'm not wiping my ass with the Constitution like Donald Trump is. You can support your country without supporting your president if they're doing inhumane things. You should be able to criticize your government like I criticized Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden made a mistake in having Merrick Garland be the attorney general. I can say that. I can have a criticism. You guys can't criticize Trump for anything, even when he does inhumane, vile shit. You just stand there, keep licking the boot. Patriotism is criticism. Exactly. If you 100% agree, then you're just a cult member. That's how cults act. The January 6ers are not back in, well, some of them are back in prison. Some of them are now picking people up off the street as ICE agents. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, come on up. The only real people in this country, the only real patriots left are Democrats. We're the only ones fighting for the Constitution. We're the only ones fighting for democracy. We're the only ones fighting against a fascist dictator taking over this country. We're the only one fighting to get rid of the concentration camps that are inhumane. There is no such thing as a patriotic Trump voter, period. Nor can they be Christian. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, get out of the comment section and come up and talk. You can't say that you're a Christian or a patriot if you voted for Donald Trump. That's it. Ava said they don't go together. They don't go together. She's 11. She's smarter than you, MAGA. They don't go together. Hit the guest request bottom it's right next to the comment section. It's a little blue. It's a blue and pink person right next to each other. It says guests or guest request. Just hit that button and come up. I already muted Scampy. I'll bring Jem up. I mean, I'm not getting anybody, but at least they'll have apparently they need the request box at the top of Jem's box because they don't have my backup up here. They're like, there's no request button because they don't know how to fucking use TikTok. So Jem can. I don't have another device to come up on my 3.0. I tried to come up on my tablet and it won't let me. So just don't have any choices right now. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Sebastian, did you vote for Trump?
I did not.
Okay, I am just looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Only looking for Trump voters until 6 p.m. Eastern. At 6 p.m. I bring up anybody, but from 4 to 6 p.m. I just bring up Trump voters. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you're over there on YouTube and Twitch and you want to call in and you voted for Trump, you can call in right here and debate us over there. No, Mama Millie, there has been no U.S. president who has ever publicly stated that he hates the opposite party. No.
There also has never been a member who's led Department of Homeland Security that has attacked other states during a crisis. That just happened on national TV under the Trump administration.
He doesn't care about them. He doesn't care about the United States of America. He doesn't care about American citizens. Unless you voted for him, he wouldn't piss on you if you're on fire. So a president is supposed to be a president of all the citizens, not just the ones he likes. And to get up and openly not just say, I don't like the opposing party. He said he hates Democrats. Can you imagine if Donald Trump or if Joe Biden had got up there and said, I hate Republicans. I hate MAGA. You guys would have lost your motherfucking shit. He doesn't even like MAGA. He doesn't like brokies. Unless you got money, he doesn't have nothing to do with you. If you don't have $250,000 a year for his Mar-a-Lago club dues, you can't even be a member of his club. Do you think he's going to let you, Bubba, come in there? I mean, come on. Biden didn't constantly bash MAGA. Come here and tell me when he did. Devo, please, thank you so much for the $5 Venmo. When you read when you read this, okay, starting a $5 gift train to support the badass queen that is Diava. There is somebody at my door. I'm gonna look through the Ring camera. Oh, it's your dog.
Ava, go get your dog.
Go get your doggy. Devo, sorry. Devo started a $5 gift train to support the badass queen that is Diava. So Devo is challenging everybody to send $5 gift to my Cash App or my Venmo. They're both spelled the same way, just Diavatalks. I'll put it on a yellow banner just so it's easier as you see it. There we go. Diavatalks. I'll put it right over here. If you want to help do the $5 gift train, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, where'd the guy go that I invited up to tell us how Joe Biden disparaged MAGA all the time? Where did he go? He didn't come up?
For those of you asking me about what happened with Kristi Noem, this isn't the first time. She also did it in Illinois where she went after Pritzker. But today, in front of all of Texas during the press conference, she attacked every other state that's dealt with disasters and said that Texas handled it better. Nobody does that in the federal government. It is the federal government, which means the United States of America. You don't repeat tragedies. You support the people impacted by tragedies. This is the grossest administration in American history.
Can you imagine our grandkids are going to be like reading in the history books about this time frame, and they're going to be like, "What the fuck?"
Well, here's the going through.
Corey, thank you for subscribing.
When they speak, right, especially Trump, you're supposed to be the president of the United States of America, not some of America, not the red states of America. You're supposed to be the president of the United States of America, and you're attacking governors that don't agree with you. You're attacking Democrat senators that don't agree with you. You're attacking people that are impacted by tragedy based on states that they live in. It is probably one of the most heinous things we are ever going to witness because American lives are going to be impacted by this.
Yes, they are. I mean, and Trump is directly to blame. He defunded and moved funds and stuff away from Texas. I mean, from the National Weather Service, the NOAA. The liberals are reaping what they sowed. What did we reap? Juke. Hit the guest request button. Juke. Like a fucking jukebox. Who names their kid Juke?
What she has up there right now actually is really, really close to home. My son and my daughter lived there. My son and my daughter-in-law lived there until 2 years ago. In San Saba. That is where that picture is coming from. And they are on their way down there now to help friends and people that they know that live there. And I want to make it real clear, the people of San Saba and the people in Central Texas had no clue this was coming. No.
Yeah. When I couldn't sleep last night because we had fireworks going off till 2 a.m. here in California, even though they're illegal, we were literally, the news was breaking, right? And when I tell you, all I could think about is how they left those children and that campground and those RVs and the people that lived on the Guadalupe. They left them blind. They did not do air raids. They did not go door to door. And the fact that Lieutenant Governor Patrick literally said, well, we knew that there was going to be flash floods, but we only thought it was going to be 3 to 6 inches. No big deal. We're used to flash floods. The truth of the matter is they were told that they could receive above 10 inches of rain. And Belle, you know, I've lived in Texas. You live in Texas. The flash floods, when they hit and there's forewarning of rain coming, you have the ability to prepare people. You evacuate the low levels. You get people out of the possibility of that track. So for these people to say that they didn't know, didn't you just have this in San Antonio a month ago? A month ago.
Yes.
I can't anymore. There are literally no words. And the fact that he did not put out a press release, Governor Abbott did not put out a press release, you guys, until 9:50 p.m. because he could not be bothered on 4th of July. He had Lieutenant Patrick talking about it, but he said nothing. So let that be very clear that these are people that have already taken $71 billion from federal taxpayer money for the state of Texas, have not fixed the grid in Texas, and continue to be an absolute shit show by protecting any Texan that is in that state from disasters like this. And I'm so upset for you.
Yeah, and the future effects for the nation are going to be felt on this. Guys, I want you to know the picture you're seeing right there, on both sides of that river right there that you're seeing, those are actual pecan trees. Almost over 50% of the nation's pecans come from right there.
Damn. Gina, thank you for the $5 Venmo to support the Queen. I retired last week to become a full-time activist. Awesome, Gina. Now's a good time to do that. Good for you, Gina. Thank you.
So, Jen, I understand that you're saying that funding was cut so Texas wasn't prepared. The governor knew. They knew that the storm was coming. I'm not going to let the governor of Texas off the hook here, but I will agree 1,000% that the national NOAA was cut, NOAA was cut, NWS was cut, the National Weather Services.
And thank you for subscribing.
So we have to hold both the state government that's Republican accountable. It's been Republican for how long, Val? 30 years now?
Over 30 years.
Yeah, they've done nothing to help Texans. Nothing. It is, the school system has gotten worse. The healthcare system has gotten worse, especially women's health. Education is in the toilet. Taxes for people have gone up. Food access has gone down. Don't just blame the federal government on this. This is both the federal government and the current Republican government that is there in office right now. Just think of the number of pew-pews in school that have happened in Santa Fe, El Paso, Uvalde. That's all under this governor.
And they talk about secession.
Well, that is the one thing I will say that the governor doesn't agree with is secession.
Yeah.
Here's the things that are going on in Texas. From when we had a Democratic governor to now, 7th in education to 42nd in education. Explain that one. then we have, then what I really want to talk about is a disaster that's just like this, and this is what people are going to be keeping their eyes on. This happened in Houston about 6 years ago. I don't even think it was 6 years ago. I think it was less than 6 years. And in Houston, the governor refused to use the emergency fund to help these people. And now we're waiting to see if he does this again.
Jesus Christ. Republicans are horrible people. I'm sorry. If you continue to vote for Republicans and MAGA, you're just a horrible person yourself. They are just horrible people. They're inhumane. For the moral majority and the conservative and the Christian right and all of this, it's bullshit. There's a death party. They don't give a shit about anybody.
And let's not forget, there's another storm coming right now. It's on its way. This is going to hit Texas again tonight, right, Val?
Yes.
And this is crazy. Like, the inhumane part of them has always been there. It took Donald Trump to bring it all out. Or to bring out the worst side. And now we're seeing with them cheering on alligator. We got Floridians out there taking pictures with the alligator Alcatraz signs and posting it on their Facebooks and stuff. Like, these people are sick.
You know, my mom and I were talking about this, and you know what she said, and it hit me like a ton of bricks when she said it. She goes, "Do you remember the immigrant mother and the two children that were trying to cross the Rio Grande, and they did not save them? They did not intervene." And
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. And I remember they put all that that wire in that harmed people, and I just couldn't help myself for a moment. I'm thinking, I have a habit of talking about how karma doesn't forget an address. And the state of Texas, I'm not somebody that thinks about conspiracy theories or, boogeyman type stuff. But it is interesting that places like Texas that have failed to protect the people of Texas are now reaping what they sowed, harming all the migrants that were there.
And Florida too. I mean, we're probably we're going to be getting hit with hurricanes.
Yep.
I started, just so you know, I started looking at rental properties in Maine today.
Nice.
Just to see how much. I have a bunch of family in Maine, and it's close to the Canadian border.
New Hampshire too. Yeah, I was just gonna say New Hampshire. Somebody wrote New Hampshire.
New Hampshire's got a lot of MAGA. I don't know if I really want to do
Oh,
that.
they do?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was Democratic.
Storms cause delays at Orlando International Airport. Flights can't even leave Orlando if you want to know why. The thunderstorms you've been hearing, it's that bad. I'm scared to go to Maine because I feel like I'm going to freeze to death. But if I work from home if I do everything from home like I do now, I don't have to leave.
I'm just gonna say you're on the wrong coast. So
I know, but I can't afford California. I already know that.
not all California is Southern California, boo.
You wouldn't freeze in Oregon. I could. Doesn't it rain a lot in Oregon? I couldn't live in Washington.
Yeah.
I can't do rain. I've lived in Florida my whole life where it's 98% of the year sunny. I would be depressed horribly. I couldn't do it. I cannot do it. Florida is expensive, but not where I live.
Exactly my point about California.
No, I'm saying no. It's because I have my house and my house payment before all the housing. Like since I've been here since 2010, so what I pay, I can't get anywhere else.
Yeah. Would you sell your house if you relocated, or would you keep it and rent it?
I probably wouldn't be allowed to sell it because my mom and dad's names are on the deed too.
Oh.
It's me and my parents, so they probably wouldn't want to sell it. I'd probably just keep it and rent it out. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up.
Yeah, there's beautiful small towns all over California. Petaluma is one of them. It's a beautiful town.
Yeah, my parents are MAGA. Yes. I didn't buy the house. My mom and dad bought it to do a fixer-upper. I was still married to my ex-husband. And so when my mom and dad bought the house and started doing the renovations, they bought it for extra income or like for rental income or whatever. And then and they had no tenants yet. So when my ex-husband and I was separated, he was going to fight me for the house. He was going to try to fight me for everything. So I just gave it to him. I didn't want to put the kids through an ugly divorce. So I just gave him the house, and I didn't have anywhere to go. And so my mom and dad said, well, we just finished the renovations on the the rental property. Why don't you just rent it from us, and then we'll just apply every payment that you make to us towards buying it.
Yeah, Vacaville, Vallejo, Fairfield, Dixon, all of them are very affordable. Sacramento.
So I've been here ever since I could. Yeah, I can afford to live here in Florida with where I'm living. But if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. There's some MAGA in here because I've seen some ugly comments about me, like, oh, poor husband. Oh, she couldn't buy it without her parents, blah, blah, blah. And like, I didn't even buy it to begin with. I was still married to my ex-husband and owned that house. People just have to say shit without knowing any circumstances. They just have to be haters.
As we're sitting here arguing about the plight of most single women in this country.
Right. And why we choose to be single.
I know. I've never been happier.
Seems I heard a star say that the other way. It's recently single women, not recently, a couple of years now. I wonder if they're going to be. Oh yeah, that was Kelly Clarkson.
Hey, Corey, over on YouTube, thank you for the $2 super chat. Woo woo, blue supporters assemble. Yes, thank you so much, Colo Bolo. I really appreciate your support. Thank you over there on YouTube. I'm trying to grow my YouTube at the same time because TikTok just censors the shit out of everything. So I'm trying to grow both. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. I have a call-in number for Trump voters. They can call in and debate us. I haven't had a single call yet. And then the days I don't have a call-in number because I don't have it set up to be that way, then they're like, where's the number to call in? But I've had a call-in number this whole entire time.
I asked you that just yesterday too.
I know. And so I fixed it. I figured it all out today for the most part. And I'm just looking for Trump voters to talk to. You're friendly. I'm not bringing up friendlies yet.
Can I just tell you, today I was in a live with Levi, and it was a really interesting discussion. It was leftists against liberals and Democrats and making comments and stuff, and I caught the tail end of it. But the interesting part is how quickly leftists or progressives that call themselves leftists and progressives are wanting to attack Democrats. And I want to warn people, since we have such a huge audience of diversity, it's really important for people to understand, if you're attacking the very 50% of the nation party that is fighting for the rights of the people because you want to progress the nation forward, I want to remind you that you're not helping the nation progress forward when you're attacking the very lawmakers and the people fighting for democracy. You're actually becoming becoming a cog in the wheel. You become the
Right.
problem. And this idea that you have to attack liberals or attack Democrats or attack centrists, whatever name you want us to be called, the fact of the matter is this: the more you do this, the further you divide the Democratic Party, the further we get away from conquering the absolute tyranny that's happening in our nation. And if you want to start a progressive party, then it's incumbent upon all of you to get involved at your lowest levels, from school districts to local city districts to those kind of places, to start building a progressive party that's unified so we can push the nation forward. Val and I and Diava's probably more leftist than Val and I would even say, even though we agree on most things.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this. I want to make it very clear. I am very progressive in my thought process and my voting record, but if you keep attacking Democrats who are the ones fighting for this nation, you are going to cause more of an issue for yourself than supporting the people and bringing it to the table. The purpose is to get blue in office and then change the nation from within, not attacking one another. That's what the Republican Party wants you to do.
Correct.
And it's working.
Yeah. James, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
Hey, yeah, thanks for having me on. I did vote for Trump.
Oh. Okay. How old are you, and what state did you vote in?
Yeah, I'm 21, and I'm from Michigan.
Okay. Why?
Well, we've talked about immigration, foreign policy, economics, but at the end of the
No,
day,
let's not. Let's pick one and
Just pick one.
James, pick one and talk about it instead of giving headlines.
Well, sure. We can start with immigration. We just the big beautiful bill yesterday. It's $150 billion going towards immigration enforcement. 18,000 new ICE agents, and he's securing the border.
You're reading talking points.
That's not securing the border.
I'm not reading it.
That's not securing the border. That's not securing the border. That's hunting down human beings.
People who are breaking the
That's
law.
hunting. James, did you shoot off fireworks last night?
Yeah.
Hold on. Did you shoot off fireworks last night?
Yep.
Do you know that that's a Class A misdemeanor unless you have a permit?
Uh-oh. Am I going to get deported?
Well, that's the same infraction that someone that crosses the border without paperwork. It's a Class A misdemeanor. So do you think that you should be deported or put into a concentration camp for that?
No, because I'm a citizen. They're not. They already broke the law by being here illegally.
No, they didn't.
Do you think Melania should be deported?
No.
Why?
She overstayed her visa and dropped an anchor baby.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Her family wasn't American citizens either, and she used her status to get her parents' immigration pushed through the system, paying their way into the country, James. See, here's the thing about young men like you, and believe me when I tell you this, you're not going to talk over me. I will drop you faster than you can say I do. So the bottom line is this. You cannot come up here and talk about criminality when you voted for a convicted felon. You cannot come up here and talk about criminality or immigration when you voted for a convicted felon, an adjudicated sexual assaulter, a defrauder, and somebody who married not one but two immigrants who literally overstayed their visas, who literally used their marital status to get their status in the country. Miss me with your I want to get rid of people who committed crime, because it's a civil offense, not a criminal offense. You don't even comprehend that.
It's funny because you actually want more immigrants here that'll end up raping and unaliving you and your family. So
No, sir.
stop
Again,
that's
sir.
not that.
It's your kind of white supremacy that tells me you don't even know what you're talking about, because the majority of heinous crimes are committed by white males.
Correct.
Yeah, not true.
Yes, it is.
You're the danger, sir.
You.
It's black people.
And there's the racist.
Oh,
We see it
okay.
Right there. I
Just
called it.
give me a second.
Once again, 100%. 100%. James is a white supremacist, 21-year-old fetus who literally needs to be deleted.
Oh, he's gone. Fucking filth. That's all that's left in MAGA. Gabby, did you vote for Trump?
Yep.
How old are you, and what state did you vote in?
30, Florida.
What do you want to add?
What James was saying, he's correct.
You guys don't like
Cállate la boca. This is a Latina who voted for Trump. Oh, check it out. Pendeja. Literally voted for Trump against her own community.
They're hunting double down.
I agree with him.
You agree with
You are a racist. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. No. Yes, you are. You're not even a racist, man. You are a POS. You are a woman setting up. You're a woman setting up here on this panel. Woman.
Where are you?
Sitting here on this panel.
Where are you from?
Oh,
Where are you from, Gabby?
Oh, she's definitely Cuban. She's Cuban.
Where are you from?
I'm here.
Where's your family from?
He's Cubano. Only Cubanos try to denote some kind of racist attachment towards Mexicanos and Puerto Ricanos.
That's because she's white passing.
You
Yeah.
are a racist in your own Latina skin. You are a disgrace. You're a payasa. That is not true. Just like you guys are.
Is your family from Cuba? Don't be ashamed. Self-loathing is part of this, but is your family from Cuba?
Yes, I said yes.
Of
I
course.
called it.
Of
I don't
course.
even know this person, and I already know your story, Gabby.
Do you know that they just
are a
did you
disgrace to the Latina culture.
Gabby, do you know that they just removed the temporary protective status that the Biden administration gave to the Cuban refugees? And there's a lot of them in Florida. Do you know that he just removed all of their temporary protected status so that they can be deported?
Yep.
They were here legally.
and you're okay with that, Gabby?
I mean, I just think he's
No, Gabby, yes or no?
fixing whatever Biden for president.
That was a yes or no question, Gabby. Gabby, that was
Yes
a
or no?
no question.
Yes.
And Gabby, here's your deportation papers.
I was gonna say you're absolute filth. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. I can't understand such hatred for other human beings, especially your own people.
Because she noticed she didn't argue a single point I made because I called her. I hear it from the first sound of their voice. The fact that she would literally talk about deporting other cultures because she thinks her proximity to whiteness is going to protect her. Oh, mujer, they've got your number. It's coming for you too. Just wait long enough. Make sure you marry somebody that's 100 years old who literally you think is going to take care of you because that's going to be your next chain migration process. Good luck, Gabby.
It's gross. I don't understand. You voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Like, I don't understand all the hatred for brown people. I just don't get it.
Can you see Will in the box?
I can, but he's not connecting.
Okay, because on my end it looks like he's fully there.
Yeah, it's red and blue just spinning. I can see the things are just spinning.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, hi, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
24 New York.
Did you want to add to that conversation or what did you want to talk about?
I wanted to talk about, was your guys' 4th of July great yesterday, or was it just like, you guys just on TikTok Live all day? How about that? Okay, I understand.
Oh, you know what I did for 4th of July, Will? I'm going to answer your question. You know what I did? I literally watched the news as Texas was flooded and babies were disappearing. Houses were flooding down the road. They can't find the bodies. There's over 50 lives and probably more because they do believe that the Office of Emergency Management is lying about the number of people lost in the Guadalupe River. I also watched as they lied to the American people and as the governor of Texas literally did not come out in public at all because he was too busy to be bothered on the 4th of July to come and do a press conference about the people of his state as he literally steals federal dollars from the American people. So miss me with your Independence Day, sir, because this was not independence for anybody. It was literally the degradation of the United States, and you're part of it. And as a 24-year-old, you're going to also inherit the debt, you asshat.
Sure. Whatever you say. I mean, I don't think I'm going to listen to whatever you say, but like I said, I had a great day.
But that's why you're going to fall into the holes that you created, young man. You
Like what
created
exactly?
this. You created this. Bye.
I ain't dealing with stupidity.
I just don't understand why the hatred and where all this inhumanity comes from. I just don't get it.
I mean, did you hear what I said about Texas? And his response was, I had a great day.
The tolerant left? No, we are no longer tolerant. No. Have you ever heard about the tolerance, the paradigm of tolerance? Yeah, it's over for us. We have no tolerance left for hatred and you nasty people. You're just racist. No empathy. It's just gross. I don't get it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Will was funny AF. What are you, his boyfriend, Braxton?
Don't insult the gay community.
Braxton was funny. How old are you? 12?
No, 22.
A fetus. Okay. Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, yes, I did. In November, I did.
And it's a white guy using a black guy's picture because that's what they do. The racist asshats have to use somebody else's picture.
Oh, that's who I am. I'm not a white guy. Damn.
Are you Blaga?
No, it's a white guy. It's the same guy. It's the same guy. Get rid of him. It's not him. It's not a black
Turn your
guy.
camera on or you're going to get dumped. Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. I'm not going to do digital blackface. Put your camera on.
Turn your camera on, Braxton. I don't know how to turn it on.
I invited you to turn it on, liar.
You know how to turn your damn camera on. Turn the camera on, Braxton.
Turn your camera on. When you turn it on, hit save.
I just sent you a request to turn your camera on, Braxton.
All you have to do is...
I can't turn it on. Yeah, I just sent you a request to turn it on, buddy. I can't do it. There ain't no way he ain't black. Bye, Braxton. You ain't black, bro. Yo, these motherfuckers is coming up here on some race shit.
It's just pure racism.
That's why I was like, invite me up. I want to see them tell me that shit to my face. You know what I'm saying?
DJ's in the damn grocery store. He's like, bring me up.
Yava, invite Jared. Jared Johnson.
Again, why you guys shocked? Why you guys shocked, man? I'm not shocked. This is what this dude is set up. They voted for this shit, man. Don't be shocked. This is. I said this yesterday. This is what these motherfuckers want, man. They want a white America. And they got their dude do it. They got him. They got him. And they riding with him. This is the 23-year-old talking about black people do all the crime, but I bet you he listens to fucking Kendrick Lamar. What the fuck you talking about, bro?
Patrick, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
45, Texas.
How's that weather doing?
We got a lot of rain.
How you doing, Patrick? Are you out there helping? Because I'm pretty sure you're on TikTok right now in Texas.
No, I'm not helping right now.
Well, you're not, because you don't care about those babies, right? You don't care about the folks in Texas that need help right now because you think somehow you're protected.
I'm just getting away, man.
I believe that. You're a cog in every wheel, right?
You're on a bad day.
Lady, truth of the matter is you don't have a comprehension pattern to even have this conversation. Because, Patrick, you're living in Texas right now. You should be doing something other than running your lips about how other people are involved or other people are to blame or immigration. Like, what thing are you going to come up on TikTok Live right now and talk about, Patrick? Please enlighten us.
I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. You can? Oh, yeah, I can. Please say it first. Please.
What did you come up to talk about? What did you come up to talk about?
I just wanted to come up and see what y'all were so upset about.
We're talking about the people that are losing their life in Texas because Donald Trump gutted the National Weather Service and NOAA, who helps warn us of when these things are going to be catastrophic. And the governor knew that it was going to be bad and didn't evacuate those areas. So it's Donald Trump who gutted out these programs that give us this information. He also gutted FEMA, so there's not going to be any help coming for these people afterward. And then your own governor, who's a MAGA chud, who knew that it was going to be bad and didn't do anything to help.
There was no way to know that this was going to be anything like this. They were expecting about it.
That's actually not true. Hey, people, the governor was warned that he could expect up to 11 to 15 inches of rain.
Well, the way it was being reported,
The way it's being reported is a lie.
So you don't let people talk.
Because it's a lie.
Let me be very clear, Patrick. The lieutenant governor himself said yesterday, while Abbott sat on his laurels somewhere at a picnic, yeah, that's what was happening. He didn't come to a public press conference. He had his lieutenant governor do it. And his lieutenant governor messed up and literally admitted that they did know flash floods were going to hit. They knew that they were expecting at least, at minimum, 10 inches of rain, which would cause harm. So miss me with your they didn't know. They did.
They just lie, like Trump does, ad nauseum. And he's gutted FEMA. He's gutted the National Weather Service. He's gutted the NOAA, which tells us how fast and hard hurricanes are coming. All of these agencies, you guys don't, you want to deregulate everything. Those things are for our safety and to keep us safe.
Guys, the water raised over 30 feet in less than 2 hours.
He could have evacuated those people from that area.
The rain doesn't even really happen.
Sir, tell me you don't understand flooding without telling me you do not understand flooding.
The rain happens.
What is the area like? What is the area like in that area in San Salvador, California? What is the area like in what is that area like? That is dry land, right? Between San Antonio up through San Saba, correct? Those are dry lands, aren't they? You say you live in Texas.
It's the hill country. It's the
I can
Texas
tell
hill
you they are
country.
dry land. Now,
It's
what
the hill
happens when you
country.
get 11 inches of rain in dry lands and creeks overflow, sir? You're not dealing with just the water from the rain. You're dealing with the water from the creeks, the lakes.
The creeks, the
everything
lakes, the
else.
rivers. Yep.
Okay, and when those dams break, things come fast. That is why the water rose, sir. That is how floods work. 11 inches of rain in Houston put, sir, almost 8 feet of water in downtown Houston.
Why can you not criticize the Trump administration or what your shitty governor did?
National disaster, and a lot of people.
It's not a national disaster. It is not a national disaster. It's a Texas disaster. It's a Texas disaster.
Hold on, let's run with that for a second. Sir, it is a national disaster. I'll actually agree with you. It is a national disaster. Who's responsible for helping these people with natural disasters?
Are you okay?
Well, right now, it's there's a National Guard on site. And I'm sure there's
No, sir. Who's responsible for helping the state nationally?
trying to go
You're
to
fucking
FEMA.
president, man. God damn.
Trying to talk about FEMA.
It's FEMA. Sir, who's not on site right now?
It's the president, man. Go do.
It's FEMA. Who's not on site?
Probably not FEMA because we're getting rid of FEMA.
Who gutted FEMA?
I'm
Sir, that's what FEMA is for.
FEMA's
Dumb
done a
fuck.
terrible job.
That's what I'm talking
It's a
about.
terrible organization. I'm okay with getting rid of it, just like the Department of Education.
Oh, another idiot.
They're just, yeah.
Just so you know, I've had
No, we're not.
for a long time. So
Tolerant left us long ago, sir. Tolerant left us when y'all decided to put a fucking idiot in office.
Yep.
Hey, I'm curious. Did you have the same energy when the Palisades caught on fire, or were you blaming somebody? What was you doing then?
He probably doesn't even know what that
he
is.
doesn't even know. Yeah.
When the who was
Oh my God. Hey, hold on. I want to go to another one. I brought up Houston a minute ago. Did you have that same energy when Houston flooded?
And the governor wouldn't release the state funds. The state funds called emergency funds for the
What
state.
energy are y'all talking
Did you have
about?
the same energy then? Did you have that same energy then?
Do I sound?
But you, but hold on. Do you know who helped? Hey, do you know who helped the people in Houston? Do you know who helped the people in Houston?
Go ahead and make your point, dude.
That would be FEMA.
So,
It was FEMA that set up the trailers nationally. It was FEMA that came down and got those people what they needed to get back on their feet. It was FEMA that put together the other states and even Canada that came down to put the electrical grid back together in Houston. It was FEMA, not our governor.
And FEMA helped me here in Florida back in Hurricane Irma, which was about 8 years ago. But my house, I had no power, and I had 2 3-year-olds, and we had no running water and no electricity for like 12 days. So that's considered unsafe conditions for children. So FEMA put me and my kids in a hotel and paid for our hotel and paid for our meals and paid for everything so that we could be safe at a hotel that had water and electricity. That was FEMA. FEMA helps everyone.
Why are you against FEMA? What's the problem? Like, why are you against federal government helping people in situations like just what just happened, which is going to continue to happen as hurricane season starts to hit all your asses? Because that's just coming. It's on its way.
Can you actually, what is your beef? What is your beef with Patrick? What is your beef with FEMA? Like, I don't want you to say North Carolina. I don't want you to say any of that nonsense because Donald Trump just rescinded all the money that was promised to North Carolina. He said he ain't sending it no more. So
You can look at every national.
yes, and FEMA has been on the ground to help. So can you tell us what your beef
they're
is?
They're on the ground to help. A lot of times, looking back, they were a big disappointment. There's always reports that the funds take a lot of time.
They've never been a disappointment until Donald Trump came along.
Gotta let people speak.
FEMA,
No.
Because I'm not going to let you spread lies. FEMA has never, ever been an embarrassment.
Never.
It's a disaster.
Only when Trump said so.
It's a huge bureaucratic loop.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
People have to jump through it.
No,
it's
they
not.
don't.
It's actually very simple.
No, they don't. I went online in my hotel room that I was staying in. I went online. And actually, initially I did it on my phone because I had data. I went on the FEMA website. I put in that we had no running water, no electricity. I put in that I had 2 3-year-olds. And then I called the number, told them what was going on up. They said, here, go to this hotel. They paid the hotel directly. I didn't have to jump through anything. I just had to ask. I didn't jump through anything. No one has ever said a bad word about FEMA until Donald fucking Trump.
Exactly. And like, what's one of the worst disasters that we had natural in the last 20 years?
Katrina.
Was people complaining about FEMA back then?
Nope. Go ahead, Jem. Say what's on there so I can take it off the screen because I can't see the comments.
Yeah, so this is the thing about people like you, Patrick, is you will deny that the successes of FEMA have always helped people. And I want to remind people that during Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton in Florida, Biden administration not only was prepared, they preemptively contacted the governors of each state and said, not only are we ready to receive any need or any help that you are going to need, we are prepared to send National Guard in. They not only did that, they then had to fight against what Trump did and the Republican Party did in North Carolina, where they were actually pew-pewing at the National Guard who were coming in to rescue people. Over 1,500 National Guardsmen saved many, many people in North Carolina, in Kentucky, in Florida, and in Georgia who were impacted. So miss me with your crap about FEMA. All you're doing is regurgitating bullshit you've been fed.
No, and no, never in my lifetime has FEMA ever been an issue until Donald Trump said it. Until Donald Trump said it about North Carolina, so that he could get a dig in at Biden, because they were in an election.
Decades, and then Ron Paul has always talked about that local communities.
Wait, how old are you, dude?
How old are you?
I was a delegate for Ron Paul in 2012.
How old are you?
Because Ron Paul, one person who didn't like FEMA, means it's a problem.
Well, you said nobody's been talking about.
I've never heard anyone talk about it at any length.
The only discussion of FEMA, for decades, is to say it should have more initial money for people that come in. That got increased
Under Biden.
Yeah, under Biden, from 500
to 750.
Okay, that was increased. That's the only conversation that has ever been talked about FEMA. FEMA does its job actually very well. They have people on the ground. They have people that were ready to go for any natural disaster that was coming. They're usually on the ground right away. Sir, nobody's ever talked about that with FEMA. Houston, you're going to find people in Houston that talk bad about FEMA. This is a place where they put trailers. Same thing in Louisiana. Okay, they put trailers on the ground for people to stay in. They were ready. Those trailers were up within 24 hours of the disaster.
If this guy really was in a situation that these people are in, where their houses washed down the river, they lost everything, and that was you, would you be like, oh, I'm glad FEMA's not here. I'm glad. Would you be echoing that bullshit out of your mouth?
No, the funny thing is Patrick, can you even tell us the last time Ron Paul was running for any office? I want to hear this one.
It was 2012.
No, it was 2011, and the last time he actually ran was 2008.
He ran in the 2012 election.
Oh, you cracked me up. The dude
I was a delegate. It's
We're happy for you. Let's send it 2025, Patrick, shall we? 2025. 2025, Patrick. He has not run in office in over 13 years, even if we go with your timeline. 13 years, a lot has changed. And he's never won. He's never won because he's a kook. He's a kook, just like his son. A kook. A kook. An absolute kook out of Kentucky. A kook. A kook.
Okay, hold on, time out. Patrick, because one person said something about FEMA a long time ago does not mean that FEMA has just been a disaster, okay? FEMA has been a very good resource. When you have people trapped on their ceilings, or people like me who had no running water or electricity, who needed somewhere safe to go with their kids, and they paid for it. FEMA is not a problem. No one has ever demonized FEMA until Donald Trump. Ron Paul might have said something about FEMA, but no one demonized them like Donald Trump has, okay? And now, none of us are going to get help. I'm in Florida. Shut your fucking pie hole. I don't allow men to speak over me, so you can keep your mouth shut while I'm speaking. I have said very little so far, okay? So shut your mouth. So they've helped me, they've helped many people in Florida, they have helped many people all over the place. And now there's going to be no hope and no help. And you're like, yeah, that's fine. What are we supposed to fucking do, Patrick? In your infinite wisdom, what are we supposed to do now?
The funds are going to be allocated to the states, and they're going to bring in their people.
What funds? What funds? What funds? What funds?
It's just going to be the funds. Instead of going to FEMA, it's going to go directly to them.
Where is that? Where's that written down?
Disaster funds.
Where?
Federal funds coming to Texas.
Where?
Maybe disaster relief funds.
Where? Patrick, stop talking.
Man, he's making up fictional shit.
There has to be, 1 second, Val. There has to be a line item, okay? There has to be a budget that takes the FEMA dollars and directs it to the states. Where is that written down? Otherwise, you're just making shit up.
I wasn't the one that said that they were getting any funds. I said,
You just said they were going to give them funds.
Well, the funds are going to come from somewhere.
What funds?
Those are going to be allocated, but these are state
What funds?
funds?
Pay attention. What funds? Where are they coming from? Stop laughing. People are losing their lives, you piece of shit.
This is not a 40-year-old.
It's also not a Texan. More than likely, he's lying about where he's from. But I want to show you guys who Ron Paul is, since so many people don't even know who he is in the live. This is Ron Paul, y'all. He's 89 years old. He has not run for any type of office for 13 years. He is not someone we should even be considering. He's not a serious person anymore. And his son is a complete kook who didn't even pass any medical school. He went off of his daddy's coattails.
Michelle, thank you for the $5 Venmo, effing up ass hats. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support.
Yeah, I mean, I this is, he's gone now, but, I ask everybody, and I asked this question earlier in this live. The man that did not release any of the state emergency funds for the disaster that happened in Houston.
Correct.
You believe it's going to release emergency funds for this? You're out of your damn mind. He's not going to do it, just like he did last time.
And just like DeSantis took FEMA dollars. DeSantis took $10 million of FEMA money and put it into his wife's charity campaign or whatever, or charity fund. These Republican governors cannot be trusted to do the right thing. They never do the right thing. That's why you don't leave it up to the states. That's why the federal government is supposed to be the one who makes sure all states have the federal disaster relief. No, FEMA's not there to help. They've been defunded.
Oh, here comes cryptocurrency boy.
Yeah, he's on a short leash. Don't worry. Oh, 1 second.
To accept, press 1.
I don't know who that was. It might have been a call-in, but it came in weird, so I ended it. If that was somebody calling from YouTube, we'll call back. It just, the way it came in weird. All politics live, whatever. How old are you? Remind us how old you are and what state you voted in.
Yeah, from 55, Texas. I'm confused.
How old did you say in Texas? Hold on. How old are you? 55. Okay.
55. Yeah. Y'all said that Trump letting the weather service, they didn't get the warning, but then y'all said the lieutenant governor knew about it and didn't do anything. So
Those came from state weather agencies.
Correct.
Not NOAA.
Not NOAA and NWS.
So they did know it was happening. I mean, the gunning of the...
No, hold on. Let me tell you how that went down. That was a call to the lieutenant governor, and the governor told, hey, these storms look like they're going to be much worse. And the governors and the lieutenant governor handled that like they do every other local weather agency. We don't necessarily need to believe it because NOAA is defunded, and those things would also come directly to the people from NOAA. They wouldn't just go to the governor. When NOAA was around and NOAA weather radio and those reports, those emergencies would come around, people would get text and emergency stuff on their phones from NOAA, which is not happening anymore.
Correct.
So NOAA normally did the text. That did not happen this time. The lieutenant governor got warning from local stations, but he didn't consider that as credible enough because it wasn't NOAA. Okay, I understand. I was just trying to understand that.
Right, that's the problem here. That's the problem when you do away with NOAA. Okay,
Is NOAA gone? Did they gut it?
They've just gutted them out to where they're not effective. There were 600 people let go of from the National Weather Service. And the satellite that tells us about storms and the severity of storms and all of that, the best radar was decommissioned on June 30th.
Yeah, because that's usually the satellites in space.
Yes, satellites. That's satellites that tell us how strong the hurricanes are going to be. They give us more in-depth. NOAA, is the one who sends their planes into the hurricanes to see how strong they're going to be.
I don't think that's gone, though. I don't think it's been gutted down to zero.
Yeah.
sir, they're not putting those flights.
They're not putting those planes up.
Wow, that's horrible.
You voted for it?
No, I didn't vote Trump. I did not vote Trump.
That's the problem.
Jesus Christ.
Get out of here.
Yes, it's
It's just so stupid.
Well,
That man chaps my ass so hard. I can't. I just don't like him.
That's not a good phrase. So I changed that.
Why would dismantling things that are going to alert people on their phones of things that life-saving be a good idea? When is that ever a good idea to get rid of? It's like you people just drive me or just baffle me to no end.
They're like, I don't think that's gonna. I mean, like, that's because we don't ever do this stuff in this country, right? Like, we don't gut government agencies for just no fucking reason. And we've had weather alerts our whole lives, or, modern lives. We've had all these things. So when you tell people they're gone, they're like, well, I don't think that's really going to happen.
and those weather alerts were also controlled by NOAA.
Correct. Oh, no. Who brought this fucker up?
We can all just be quiet because the savior of the white humanity.
White savior has arrived. Remind everybody how old you are and what state you voted in, DJ.
62, Virginia.
Virginia. 62 years old.
Damn,
Actually changed his profile picture.
He changed his profile picture from the Virginia Wolverines or whatever the team is.
No, it's just
Probably because people quit platforming when they saw his stupid emblem because he's loathsome.
All right, so somebody please explain.
Did you report my live the other day to get me taken down?
Excuse me?
Did you report my live the other day when I got taken down?
I mean, I know you're not a big fan of me.
I'm just asking you, did you report my live?
I do not report anything or anybody. Anybody who ever says that I
Liar.
sound like a liar. I don't do that. Why would I waste my time doing that?
Okay, anyway, what did you want to say?
It's just a matter of time before you kick me off and you rebuke me and do all that anyway. But why would I bother?
Anyway, what do you want to say? Go.
I'm just trying to figure out how you guys are blaming this.
Hey,
on me.
breaking news. The number count of loss of life so far is 32.
32.
With an additional 20 bodies.
Yep.
Unfound.
I'm sorry, Jim. I didn't understand what you said.
Wasn't that hard to understand?
If it hit you in the face.
The body.
Wow, aren't you guys nice?
No.
She's talking about the loss of life in my state there, DJ, Texas.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand though, how is it Trump's fault?
Because he's the one that decided that NOAA didn't need to exist.
In the National Weather Service. Thank you, Marianne.
Because they embarrassed him.
The whole Sharpie gate.
Pardon me?
Do you remember when he said the hurricane was going to go to Alabama? And the National Weather Service says, no, it's going to go to Georgia, whatever. So he gets on TV and he puts a Sharpie and he draws the hurricane line going to Alabama to save face. That's why he gutted NOAA and the National Weather Service, because they embarrassed him because he said the wrong state.
So I want to make sure I understand. He completely eliminated NOAA. Is that right?
Not completely.
He gutted it so they can't work efficiently.
He decommissioned the satellite that they use.
Okay, so they're no longer allowed to use satellites,
Not the one that was specifically built for NOAA.
but they do have satellite imagery.
Not the one.
I can't stand he fucking does this on every topic.
This is not. No, hold on.
No, you're not trying to understand. You are not.
This is not a.
Maybe I am trying to lean into a little bit about how much 0 cents does any of this make.
Now I'm going to speak, and you better not fucking say a word over me. This is in a state I live in where I have friends and family at this very moment. Okay? I want you to understand this is a disaster because of what Trump has done. Because, sir, NOAA radios, your weather channel on your radio that gives you these reports, if it comes up, the texts that come to your phones all come from NOAA. None of these people got any of that because of the defunding of NOAA. Please stop. You come up here, you say shit like this, but right now you are getting personal, and I'm going to make that very damn clear.
It's like you have to feel, I mean, it feels to all of us that see you day after day on all these different lives. You go in and you're just like, well, did he really do that? Like, it's just, you play semantics on every fucking issue, or you act like you don't understand.
But don't you think it's possible that you guys also twist these things?
No.
This ain't twisted, sir. This ain't twisted. This
No.
was a mistake by the lieutenant governor of this state yesterday that came out and actually let it spill of what their warnings were, what they got from local stations, and what they were told, and how they chose not to believe it, how they thought, well, you know, normally this is only like 3 to 6 inches. This is only 3 to 6 inches. After they were told they were going to get 11 inches of rain. And anybody that understands that process, and you, DJ, in West Virginia, should definitely understand this. When you get 11 inches of rain, that doesn't mean it's going to be 11 inches of water. You know as well as anybody else that means feet of water, especially in dry climates.
Now, first of all, I live in Virginia, not West Virginia, but I have absolutely been in situations where we've gotten a ton more rain than anybody anticipated. Okay,
This wasn't anticipated. They were told by local news sources.
They could have evacuated.
That this was going to be up to 11 inches of rain. They were told this.
Why is it so hard for people to recognize that the person that you voted for is completely inept?
And these people had no warning from the state.
don't you understand that your statement right there is exactly what causes the pushback? Okay,
I mean, he's inept.
He is inept.
Why would you dismantle safety mechanisms that help people? Why would you do that? What's the purpose?
Every single day, you guys find something new that it's his fault. Okay.
Okay, well, just hold on.
And here today is blame the freaking flooding on Donald Trump.
Okay, you're going to be quiet now. I just did a quick ChatGPT, and I'm telling you it's ChatGPT. I just said, what cuts did Donald Trump make to NWS and NOAA? 26 to 27% cut, so from $6.1 billion to $4.5 billion, excluding the NWS, but heavily targeting the Office of Oceanic and Atmospheric Research, which faced a 74% budget elimination, effectively wiping out funding for climate, weather, and ocean labs, cooperative institutes, regional climate data, sea grants, and the National Severe Storms Laboratory. And the National Weather Service, particularly, the first wave hit over 880 NOAA's employees were cut, and approximately 500 more who accepted buyouts. Reports indicate approximately 1,029 additional positions were cut of NOAA's workforce.
I want to explain.
Staff. Okay, one more second, Val. There's just one more. Staff reductions of 20 to 40% in various local offices such as Miami, Boston, Houston, and Rapid City.
Oh, imagine that. So, sir, I want you to understand something here. When the governors were taken to death, even if they didn't choose to warn the people from the state side, NOAA was capable of warning them through the weather side, your weather emergencies, telephone text, severe weather texts that come over your phones that came from the National Weather Service. Those things were all automatic. These people did not receive those texts. DJ?
Well,
It's directly related to Trump. Whether you like it or not, it is.
In the last week, I've received National Weather Service forecast texts. So you're saying they just cut them out in Texas? Where did she say those cuts in what offices?
There's the I.
Miami, Boston, Rapid City, and Houston.
Okay, so the rest of the country wasn't affected, is that right?
I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it anymore.
beyond that.
No, I can't do it.
Beyond that.
No matter what you fucking say. No matter what you say, he just can't just take it and just be like, fuck, that's horrible. It's awful. It shouldn't have fucking happened.
In every life, he has to talk about I. It didn't impact me, therefore it isn't real. I don't have cancer, therefore cancer isn't real. I didn't get COVID, therefore COVID isn't real. I didn't get hit by a hurricane, that means hurricanes aren't real. This is the problem with the Republican Party, is that they are in total denial of what is happening in the country, what is happening to their neighbors, their friends, their coworkers. It is gross. And DJ, of all people, is the worst of the worst. He is literally tries to act like he's this decent human being, when in reality, he is literally the epitome of denial. And if it doesn't impact me, it's not happening.
And he knows it's fucking name from DJ too.
Yeah, he's the consummate 3-year-old. Why?
Exactly.
Why?
It's crazy. Thomas, did you vote for Trump or Harris?
Trump.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
57 in Texas.
Jesus fucking Christ. What is it with all these Texas people? Simping for the person who's ruining their fucking state.
I will tell you what the problem is the fact that I've been in this state for 57 years, and it doesn't matter what funding was cut here recently, anybody with a brain that knows that area, that is actually from that area.
Val is, so watch what you're saying.
That is, when they know, you know. This happened.
What the hell does that mean?
You're trying to put this on people. Fucking stop it, Thomas.
You really did? You don't even know what I'm saying.
I've lived in this
Shut up, I'm
for
talking.
60. No, you're not.
Shut up, I'm talking.
Oh, sir, you have no fucking clue, do you? You have no fucking clue, do you?
Is he blaming the people of Texas?
Yeah, I've lived in this state for 60 years, you peon. I can tell you right now, we have always had advance notice of storms. Even in Houston, when that storm had it, they had advance notice. Okay? Now, actually, that was a particular storm that most weather people got wrong because they didn't think it was going to stop over Houston like it did. These kind of things I can understand. But we had things in place to help them. Do not look up at me and pretend like there's nothing but Indians living on this ground that know they need to run. You need to stop.
Do you want the link?
A link to what?
This same thing that happened in 1978. The set.
Yeah, there's what I think about your link in 1978. So,
You know what that tells me, Val? Is that since 1978, the 30 years that the Republicans have been in office, they've done nothing to put in a flood system. They've done nothing to warn the people who live in those low-lying areas. They did nothing to go help those little girls as they floated away in the middle of the night. That's what it tells me. And people like Thomas will forget that this administration and the Abbott administration failed the people of Texas. That's almost like telling the students who were unalived by pew violence that they didn't get out of the way of the bullet.
It's so gross.
and they should have known it was coming.
Yeah, you went to school. Didn't you know you were going to get shot? I mean, the fuck's wrong with you? Don't you know historically if you go to school in America, you have a chance of getting out alive? God, these people are sick. They're so sick.
It is the lack of humanity. It is the racism, the lack of humanity, the cult-like behavior to lick the toes of this fucking dude is fucking next level crazy.
Like, this is
And
like
yes,
fucking with my mental health at this point.
We're talking hellish shit. There's people that are in their 50s. There's people in their 50s who've been gone through many presidents and ain't seen no shit like this ever. Ever.
Like, this is just straight up starting to fuck with my mental health.
Like, this guy is insane. I wonder if you guys just hear yourself. You don't even hear yourself. That's the thing. You don't even hear yourself. These little girls floating down the river because some dude decides he wants to cut freaking Noah because he got embarrassed on some shit.
Oh, and wasn't that part of the big beautiful bill? I just want to make sure that I understand this correctly. Wasn't all those cuts part of the BBB?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hold on a second. I just want to make sure that it's freaking fascinating that this happens the very first day as this bill gets signed into law.
Normal.
Just want to make it very damn clear. It didn't take 24 hours for this bill to unalive people.
Yeah.
And Val, it's going to get worse because we got this hurricane season coming up in the next several months. Then what are y'all going to say then? When people's houses are blown away.
No. We're in hurricane season.
It's already started in Florida.
Yeah.
It's June to November. Yep.
We
CD
didn't know this was going to be a Cat 6.
CD Daxon, hello? Did you mean to request that?
For the person that thought he was a smart ass and said, why did people unalive in North Carolina during the floods? Those were people.
They're in the mountains.
But those were people I want to make damn clear that Noah warned people went up into those communities and told them to leave those communities, and they refused to leave. That's a different scenario.
They said Trump Daddy called us personally and said, do not leave, do not listen to the Biden-Harris administration. They are going to literally give you misinformation, and you don't have to leave your housing. That's what they told them. And then when they said, hey, can you please, oh, Mandy, you got no manners. Let me help you with your manners. Okay, so then what happened was when the hurricane hit, the National Guard went in there to tell people to leave. Mandy, if you want to do your back one more time, sweetie, I'm going to drop you my damn self because you have no manners. Don't do it.
Your background noise is just really loud, Mandy. That's what she's saying. Your background noise is loud.
And so here's the thing y'all need to remember is that not only did Biden preemptively allow money to be given, he literally called Congress back into session and said, hey, y'all, we've had several hurricanes. Why don't you guys release some more funding so we can help North Carolina?
And they said no.
In Florida. And what did Congress say? What did they say?
They said wait till after the election.
They sure did. They said Daddy Trump called us and said, oh, I will not be releasing any funding. I will not be passing an immigration bill. I will not be helping North Carolinians or anyone else. So 10 months later, let me make that very clear. It's been 10 months since Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton that followed right behind there. Yeah, there's been no help. That's right. There's been no help under this administration. It is complete squalor. So you folks that literally decided to start harming folks, yeah, you're responsible for that because Biden-Harris administration not only were on the ground, they offered you support, they offered you backing, and they fought for you financially, and you supported the Republican Party who said, here, hold my beer while I do a shot.
Mandy, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Now she can't undo her mic. I'm sorry.
Mandy, did you vote Harris or Trump?
Harris, and I'm 45 and I voted in Illinois.
Okay, what do you want to say?
I just wanted to say to the Americans that you realize you is left behind also for death during natural disaster. It's the disabled people.
That's true.
Think of how many people that were killed in that flood in Texas.
Unalive. They say unalive.
Unalive. In that flood that were disabled.
You're right.
That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you for saying that because that's true. I think people that can't get out, people that don't have the ability to get out, that's a very good point. Thank you, Mandy.
No problem.
Thank you for bringing that up. That's true.
Hey, I'm gonna drop down.
Okay, Tony, thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Love you
Love
too.
My mom's over here going, I can hear your twang drawl that you perfected in Kansas and Texas following you still.
Oh, let me bring up the next guest. Just so you know, Ava got her, it's a snow wolf. It's not really a doggy, it's a wolf, but it's so pretty.
It's very pretty. Does she get like a different dog each month?
Well, one day I was in here and she was giving everyone a tour of all of her dolls or her dogs, and they sent her over $110 worth of money to buy more dogs. So yes, we've been buying more dogs. So she had a little fund of everybody bringing us for her Douglas dogs. But this one is a snow wolf, but it's really pretty, and she named it Fang. F-A-N-G.
That's a real story.
She named it Fang. It's really cute though. So she wanted me to show you, so I showed you. Because you got, a bunch of people donated to her, so she always, every time she gets a new one, she wants everybody to see. Bruce, did you vote for Trump or Harris?
I voted for Harris.
W. Oh, I just introduced him to Fang.
Oh, that's very handsome stuffed animal you have.
Isn't he a handsome dog? Or he's a wolf, sorry. He's a handsome boy. There you go. Yes.
I came across you guys live, man, and I'm just fascinated by this whole thing. Did a couple of you say you're from Texas?
Val is from Texas. I'm from Florida, and Jim is in California.
But I lived in Texas for 3 years.
Oh man, dude, I swear you guys are. I'm no offense to anyone here. I've never met a white guy from Texas who voted for Harris. Not yet.
Well, welcome to Val.
Watch these lives. Man, I'm like, as fast as I heard you say that, I'm like, there's a unicorn.
And I'm a white girl, and I'm a white woman, a 53-year-old white woman from Texas who is a Trump hater and a very, very left liberal.
I can ask y'all a question because I've been cruising these lives, and I keep hearing over again, not people from your age bracket, but younger people I've been meeting saying they're getting the hell out of there.
Oh, I'm looking to get out. I'm looking to get out myself.
Have any ideas of where you might end up?
I was looking at Maine today just because I have a bunch of family in Maine, and it's just a hop, skip, and a jump from the Canadian border. I have my passport.
That's a genius. Smart.
So I'm a lifelong Floridian, so it's really tough for me because I don't know if I'd survive a Maine winter, but I also am not going to survive very well in MAGA country. Not only that, I have 11-year-old twins. One of those twins is part of the LGBTQ community, and the other twin has autism, which are both being targeted by this administration.
Yeah, that's rough, man. I can see why you want to get out of there. I've been hearing all these horror stories about Florida and Texas, man, and I'm like, dude, there's no way I would last 10 minutes.
It's not, and I hate this. I really do hate this because Texas is not near as bad as people think.
And neither is Florida. We're just gerrymandered that way. But there are a lot of MAGA. Don't get me wrong, but not all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're at best in Texas. If we got rid of the gerrymandering, we're at best in Texas purple.
Same with Florida.
And
It's the first past post. You put both Florida and Texas in it.
do what?
What was your question?
It's first past the post in Florida and Texas.
First past a post. What does that mean?
It's a popular vote. The first person to get over 50% wins the electoral votes.
Correct.
Oh, yes.
Trump didn't get that, so there's that.
I mean, we already know in 2020 election that the Attorney General got rid of
Millions of votes.
2.5 million votes from one Democratic county alone, which is the only reason that year that Trump won the state.
Yep.
And then the Attorney General at the time that was going through this and stuff with his office let him off the hook, which would have been Merrick Garland. This is why I'm not a fan of Merrick Garland.
I'm not either.
Neither am I. I think the guy was way too soft.
He would have been. Yeah, he would have been perfect as a Supreme. He would have been perfect as a Supreme Court justice, which Obama wanted to put him on the Supreme Court, but the Mitch McConnell, I think, blocked it for all that time, or Lindsey Graham, or both, whatever. But as an Attorney General, absolutely not. He was too soft. They're like, we don't want to appear partisan. We should have locked his fucking ass up at the right after January 6th. That's it. It should have been over, one and done.
Facts, dude, facts. You're preaching right now.
One and done. Should have been absolutely. Then we wouldn't be going through this bullshit. Because if they would have just held him accountable, then none of this would be happening. But he sat on his hands to appear to be not partisan.
The whole Congress, the whole gaggle of congressmen right there with him. They all should be locked up.
They're still in Congress too. Some of them.
But I'm from California. If anyone wants to know, so they're asking me, Jeff, where I'm from.
Yeah. Anything else, Bruce? I'm glad you found me. This is actually my 2.0, my backup page. So if you like my content, I'm actually here. I do this every single day, 7 days a week from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern. My main channel is Diavatalks. This is just my 2.0 because I got a 24-hour timeout on my main account. But please search that up and follow me on my main account if you'd like. But I would sure love to have you back sometime.
Sure, no problem. You guys have a good rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Bruce.
No problem.
He's like, I've never heard of a white man from Texas and voted Democrat. That made me laugh.
I'm not the only one.
That just made me laugh. That was really funny. You're a unicorn, Val.
Really?
I know. It just seems that way because of it's so stereotypical. Same with Florida. You know.
Nah, just an old goat with one horn.
Change him.
Used to respond to it.
Oh my God. Allie, welcome.
Hi. I said it YouTube for everyone here on TikTok. I have good news.
What?
Our version of Mecca are losing.
Yes.
They have lost every local election since Trump's Big Beautiful Bill passed.
Well, you know what? The rest of the world is saying like, oh, hell no.
There's like, oh shit, no.
You guys are like,
A bunch of the councillors, which are like governors, for our version of states, a bunch of them have been getting found out for doing some very unruly stuff that I can't say on here.
like typical Republicans.
Pretty much, yeah. A lot of them are ex-Tories, so it makes sense.
The projection is loud.
One of them was kicked out of the Tory party for trying to think the TikTok word for it. I think it's SA. Okay.
Huh?
I think the TikTok word is SA.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He got booted
Yeah.
out of the seat today, so that's fine.
Well, it tracks. For that party, I'm just saying. But
The councillor in my city, in my state, is twat.
Looks on.
TJ, I'm gonna just mute you for a second. I don't know if you know I brought you up, but you weren't muted. Go ahead, Allie.
But yeah, basically they've just been losing since the warning sign.
Good.
That's what I'm going to call it from now on.
Yep.
The warning sign.
Good. They're smarter than you. They're smarter than us.
But we haven't even done it once yet, so we're hoping to never do that.
I hear you.
If they do, I'm moving to Canada.
Oh, I feel you.
Alright,
Oh.
I'll drop down.
Thanks, Allie. Appreciate you. TJ, did you hold on? Did you vote Trump or Harris?
We can't hear you.
You're muted. I invited you to unmute.
Yeah, I voted for Harris.
Okay, awesome. Are you running for office? How old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay, and by your bio, you're running for office?
That's right. I'm running for Congress against Beth Van Dyne in North Texas.
Nice. Okay.
I know where you live.
But I hopped on here because I'm an incident commander for United Survivors Disaster Relief. So we're heading down to Kerrville tomorrow to resupply some first responders and to also take some disaster aid to some people whose homes were affected. But I also happened to be on Capitol Hill fighting for the disaster relief funding related to Hurricane Helene and things like that. And there's so much misinformation out there.
Mhm.
Because it was absolutely the Republicans that refused to fund.
Correct.
Thank you.
We said that earlier when we were talking to somebody else. Like Joe Biden asked them, he called a special section of Congress and asked them to come in to give the FEMA, to allocate the FEMA funding, and they refused to do it until after the election. And so,
And so I was just reaffirming and agreeing with you as somebody who was there firsthand, in the House building, going from congressman to congressman, trying to get this thing funded, because there are a lot of people out there hurting, and a lot of them, almost overwhelmingly, with this latest round of FEMA funding, it was red states, it was MAGA people.
yes.
And what's tough is when FEMA teams were out in the field, if you recall, people were turning against FEMA,
Yeah.
treating them like they were nefarious. The workers were afraid for their lives.
They were pulling weapons on them.
Real quick, so I can make sure everybody knows who TJ is. I know who TJ is. TJ, so you know how I know who you're in. I'm just going to tell you, my sister is Gwen. That should answer that question.
Okay, who is this? Let me see. I just came across this.
Val is right, the box right beneath you. His name is Gwen. Do you know his sister?
I'm trying to think. I know a lot of people.
Ranford District 9.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
That's his sister.
That's great. I'm a little bit, honestly, of a political outsider up here because I was a Republican until 2016, and then I backed away from the party and am now running as a Democrat.
Nice.
Can I ask you a question, TJ, since you're in critical response and you are involved in these relief funds? The fact that California has given so many billions of dollars, and yet we can't seem to get the fire response amount that we need back from the Trump administration. And currently, California has a 79,000-acre fire on federal land happening right now. What are you guys going to be doing to help get California protected as well, since these are federal lands that have the responsibility of the federal government to protect them?
Oh no, you're breaking up. Oh, there you go.
Sorry, see if you can hear me now. A lot of this is being done under the guise of cutting spending, but they have no intentions or desires to cut spending. These are things that are being done either punitively
Yes.
or being done in a way to try to just put a certain idea out there. But it's such. There's a whole TV show going on in Washington right now, and a lot of the people out there are actors, and they are when Marjorie Taylor Greene was throwing out the conspiracy theories about weather, and I put out a lot of information because I have a big social media following. It was so preposterously ridiculous that the political right is embracing the most outlandish conspiracy theories that somebody with just a little bit of education or experience in these areas knows is completely false, but they've hijacked the narrative.
They have.
That's the same thing with everything MAGA. So I think that we have to find a way to expose what's going on and then expose the corruption. And then in the midterms, we have to go there and we have to do some tough things. But then we're going to be focused on real policy and legislative change that's going to benefit all Americans.
That's great. It's going to benefit all Americans, but right now I'm focused on California. California is still owed $6 billion from the last fire that we had. We already went through the Eden fire and the Palisades fire where we were literally shit upon. So I want to be very clear. 79,000 and we're the largest economy in the United States and in the world. We're poor. So I want to make sure that those of you who are in Congress are fighting for the state of California, your largest tech, your largest entertainment, your largest wine industry, your largest agriculture industry. I want to make sure you're fighting for us. I understand it's the United States of America, and I'm going to support every state. But right now, as a Californian, I'm highly disgusted that we have not heard from the President of the United States or any members of Congress to address that federal lands are on fire right now.
I'm completely sympathetic with your point, and my response was just that everything, normal order in Washington has been hijacked. The country is completely off its rails.
Yes.
The people that are heading federal administrations are actors from Fox News.
Yep.
It's a crazy shit show in Washington. And if people aren't pissed off enough to send real people to Washington in the midterms who aren't bought off by special interests, then it's not going to get better. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. And they can only lie about it so long before it starts really affecting people. And it's already affecting you. But I mean, all people in other states that don't understand what's going on.
I mean, TJ, I'm in Florida, so it's hurricane season from June to November. And now with the National Weather Service being gutted, the NOAA being gutted, that sends up the planes to tell us how strong these hurricanes are. We're just sitting ducks.
I spent 6 months in Cape Coral and Fort Myers after Hurricane Ian. My oldest daughter was born in Pensacola. I used to live in Point Beach as well. I've worked 7 hurricanes. I'm very, very knowledgeable. I've been there firsthand and worked with so many people. And that's part of the reason that I've gotten into politics is because the people that are out there on Capitol Hill, a lot of them just have no humanity. They're not people that have a life of dedication and service to others. They're all about service to self.
Correct.
And so we need real leadership in Washington that can pull this country back together and stop dividing everyone.
Yeah, and I think that people are wanting you to answer Jim's question, but you guys, he's not a sitting member of Congress right now. There's nothing he can do right now. He's just running. So
It's hard for him to know all the information.
correct. So I'm not trying to, I'm just saying he's running. He's not there right now. He can't do anything right now.
I know tons of information about disaster recovery, and I won't be in Congress until January 2027 if I win at the midterms. So the problems that we're facing then are going to be different than the problems we're facing now, but they're also going to be
Val got a violation for civics.
about the people.
You're breaking up really bad.
We have to make sure. We have to make sure that we have adults in the room in Washington before we're going to be able to make the kind of progress and change we need to make. But things like emergency services are absolutely at the top of my agenda, and I know a lot of other Democrats think the same way.
Yes, I agree. We need adults back in the room instead of, like you said, I mean, like Kristi Noem's a cosplay Barbie. Like she just goes and dresses up in all these different costumes and just parades around just looking like a fool. And half of his cabinet or half the people from Fox News, they're not serious legislators. None of them are serious actors. They're all actors. And they don't know what they're doing, which is why things are not running right.
I'm going to hop off in a moment, but I would love to connect with you because everyone needs to understand that the people that are in Congress now have abdicated their power. They are only following Stephen Miller's agenda. They don't care about any independent thought. They don't care about policies that benefit Americans. They don't listen to their citizens at their town halls. They don't return phone calls and emails. They only do what's good for their donors and for their party.
Correct.
And that is not how politics should be.
We need to get money out of politics to begin with.
If you guys want to reach out to me, please do, because these are the things that we have to work on between now and the midterms. Because if the House doesn't turn blue in the midterms, and I'm pray to God the Senate does too, if those things don't happen, guys, it's going to be a hard road back.
It is.
TJ, I would like to have a discussion with you because you're my district. Van Dyne is my congressman, so that is a conversation I'd like to have with you at some point if we could. And you can send me a DM in my
And I'm happy to give you. I was gonna. I'm happy to give you some more time. I think there's this big delay. Sorry. Go ahead.
You've got a. Yeah, you're actually breaking up real bad, TJ. But no, I would definitely like to have a conversation.
Okay, I'm gonna get out. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Okay, TJ. Thank you.
Thank you, TJ.
Bye bye. That's what we need. We need more real people, not politicians getting in there who want to do the work.
Yeah, TJ's a guy that's been around a while. He's everything he said was right about his past. He was a Republican before 2016, and then after 2016, he started coming into Democratic Party, in our area in North Texas, coming into all the meetings and stuff. So I definitely know who he is.
Okay, cool. Dawn, how are you?
Hi. Sorry. Diava.
Hi.
Val. I just wanted to say when I first turned on TikTok when I got up this morning, I didn't know about the flooding, and the first thing I was greeted with was this woman begging for help, and her father was bedridden, and it showed him in his bed, and the water was almost making the bed float away.
Yeah.
He was bedridden. He couldn't get up. He couldn't walk. She was begging for a boat, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And then I heard about it. I was sickened. And then my sister called me. My sister is a Trumper, and we don't talk politics, but she lives in Tornado Alley out there in Illinois, and I'm wondering if their alarms are going to be affected.
Everyone's alarms are going to be affected.
Really? Well, then she's going to find out.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, the National Weather Service is very limited on what they can do now as far as warnings. And, you've got some cities that are bypassing that and working with, you know what I'm saying, working with getting stuff out a different way, but it's going to take a lot of time to get a system back up that was as reliable as the system that he's torn down. That's the thing. And for people that are asking, his name is TJ Ware.
W-A-R-E?
Yeah, W-A-R-E.
Okay.
But I just wanted to come up and say hi and get my daily dose of Diava because
Thank you.
You fill me with knowledge. All of you do.
Thank you.
And I love hearing Jem go at
I know that's the best, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So you can drop me down. I just wanted to say hi.
Thank you so much, Dawn. I really appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank
So
you. Oh,
somebody heard you because I didn't feel hurt at all.
Abolish MAGA. How are you?
I'm great. I've been on your panel and I've been with Val and Jim a few times before. I'm a proud Republican and gladly voted for Kamala Harris this time. But anyway, I don't know if you know the story that's just come about. I'm in South Georgia, and right after the last hurricane there, I think you were online a couple of times while you were having to leave your house. But
Correct.
Trump came to South Georgia, actually a town called Valdosta. I'm in Albany, which is about a little over an hour from there where I've got one of my stores. But anyway, when he came there that day, the power had already been out for 2 days already. Well, they had to shut the whole city. All of the police officers that were working, street lights out and emergencies and things, they had to come through and escort him. The power companies had to stop working. Well, he went to an area downtown in that little town where they were actually working on a building, and they stacked up all these bricks that they had busted down like a week or two before. It made it look like that was part of the storm. There was tremendous damage there by no means. But anyway, he put on this big song and dance, Franklin Graham, the Samaritan's Purse response. They had already been there. They got there before the hurricane. They give out a lot of stuff. They do good. I got to give him that as much as I hate what he does. But anyway, Trump got on and said he took credit for all of that stuff. Well, anyway, As it went on up till March, you can look this up on the Valdosta Daily Times. Well, the mayor of Valdosta, Scott James Matheson, got a radio show in the morning. Well, Trump made the statement on that TV ad that day when he was in that Valdosta town that he was giving them $25 million of his personal money. So anyway, everybody said, well, that's going to be great, blah, blah, blah. Well, a local reporter.
Hell no, he didn't.
Times, he got on the radio show with the mayor that morning. The mayor's a big Trump supporter, and he hounded him. So look here, I've done a FOIA request. I don't show any deposit for $25 million. I don't show anything that shows where that money come and what it was spent on. And the mayor said, well, you know, he helped me. So they went on and on for like 20 minutes on the radio show. So finally, the mayor admitted that Trump didn't give it.
Of course not.
So now the Trump organization is suing Valdosta Daily Times to take the story down because the reporter done a huge write-up on there about, you know, Trump lied. He didn't give the city $25 million. The mayor lied. So it's a big statement. Trump's fighting right now to have it taken down, trying to get that reporter's job taken. I mean, it has turned into an unbelievable stink about it. You can read it on the online paper that they got.
I'm not surprised at all.
We said then that he was lying.
Mm-hmm.
The town, you know, just was already in a turmoil. You know, nobody had power, nobody had water, no stores, no gas, no nothing. And they had to take. It's a small town. I mean, it's an active town. It's got a college there, but it's not a big city. So they had to use all the resources to protect him. He still owes the airport out there for his landing and fuel and all that day when he landed. You know, he owes everybody in the country.
He owes everybody in the country. Yep.
You know, and I'm a 2A beaver. That's what people think. You know, most people hear me and they see me and they think and I was a Republican until, well, I voted for him in 16 thinking that he was going to be somebody different, but in the middle of 17, it's just like right now. Nobody will hold the man accountable.
Nope.
The Republican side, no matter what he does, they don't care. I talk to him all the time. I deal with him every day, you know, selling, you know, reviews and stuff like that. And so I just got sick of it, and it just drove me crazy. And that's why to this day, I hate everything about the man. I would love to still have a Republican Party, but we don't have a Republican Party. All we got is the MAGA Party. And he has ruined it, and he has ruined this country. And you know, I hear from people all the time, and they're surprised to hear that I voted for Harris, but these people's going to find out, you know, I'm thankful. I'm going to get the tax breaks. I tell people all the time, you voted to help me out. I'm going to get the tax breaks that you're not going to get, you know, because I'm in that category with my stores. We got one in Florida as well. And I said, you know, y'all made a mistake. Y'all think this man's for everybody, but if you really slow down and take a look at it, you're going to see he's going to hurt you. But, you know, it's just going to take time. And unfortunately, I hate to say that.
Yep.
But until that comes to their door and rings the doorbell and walks inside their house, whatever the problem is, then they're going to wake their ass up about him. It's going to be too late.
100%.
He's a damn used car salesman. He sold everybody. He made them think that he was buying a brand new damn Land Rover, but he sold them a 1986 Dodge Caravan with 500,000 miles in the motor.
That is funny.
I was going to say a Pinto, but.
And one other quick story. This will tell you how gullible they are. We sell
Real quick. I only have a couple minutes left because I stop at 7 p.m. So.
This won't take much. But we took 2 base model AR reviews, okay, and we bought some stickers and just put the ones that has Trump with the red eyes and the MAGA. We put it on the form and the stock. Done nothing else to it. Printed up the exact stuff that comes out the box from the factory. We set the plain one on the side for $5.99, the one with the sticker for $8.99, and they bought the one with the sticker for $8.99. Unbelievable how gullible they are. But anyway, I'll let you go so you can get some more people. Thanks for that.
You too. Thank you so much. That was funny.
That was funny.
Because it had a sticker on it. Hey, right? If you have a business, I guess capitalize on it, right? Stick a Trump sticker on it, they'll pay twice as much for it. That's so pathetic. That's how you know it's a cult. Gem dropped. I'm not sure what happened, but
I got dropped.
you got dropped for civic and a violation for civic engagement or whatever. Like you were lying about an election or something, but you didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything about it.
That was weird.
But when I got there, I guess they had already not, because when it dropped me, and I went into my deal to go see if I could appeal it. It was already gone.
That's weird. She dropped because her question wasn't answered and she felt unheard. I just don't know if he could give her the answer she wanted because he's not sitting in Congress right now. He's running.
Yeah, he's running for
He's
Congress.
not.
This is,
I know, but he's not. He has no active role. He can't do anything right now.
well, not just that. I mean, it's when congressmen are running in their states and stuff like that, they tend to focus more on state issues, and rightfully so, because that's the people that are voting.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I understand her frustration because it's they got things are on fire and nothing's happening. Like I get it. Like I get it. California always seems to get left out because Trump hates California and he has a vendetta against them. He said he was in crisis response and on Capitol Hill. He was on Capitol Hill, he said, when the vote was taken about Helene.
Right, he was doing work. He was doing work with other congressmen there. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
It's a tough thing to ask somebody when they don't have all the information.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't want to. I mean, if she absolutely is entitled to feel exactly how she feels. So
No doubt. I mean, I don't have any issue with it.
no,
That's,
I just don't know if he could give her the answer she wanted. But I understand. Devo, hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me. I know it's 7 and you want to hop off.
It's okay.
I wanted to hop on real quick. I work in health insurance. I've been in it since before and after the ACA, so that's a whole other thing. But one thing I wanted to come on about is, and I'm sure many people know about the popular GLP-1 shots like Zepbound,
Yes.
Wegovy, and things like that. And I just want to give everybody information. So Aetna, obviously one of the biggest carriers, as of July 1st, and notification would have gone out to members, they are stopping covering Zepbound completely. They will not cover it at all, and they are forcing all employees or all members to go to other options, which in this case would be Wegovy. And I just want to let everybody know that there is a way to get a discount on that Wegovy, because if you don't have your insurance, it's about $1,300 for a 1 month supply of that drug. So if you go to Wegovy,
Say medication if you would, please.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. To Wegovy.com, they do have a program where you can get, for like a third of the price, either $0 or $4.99, which is still a lot of money, but still more than half. And another thing is those drugs. Oh, I'm sorry. I work in the business. Those drugs.
Medications.
Or medications. Sorry, require pre-authorization.
Correct.
And so if you were pre-authorized for Zepbound, even if you were pre-authorized past July, your provider has to put in a brand new pre-authorization for Wegovy. So I'm running into it now where my pre-authorization has not been approved yet, and I have to go get my medication, which is how I found that program. So I just wanted to put that out there because I know that, especially with Aetna, that affects a lot of people. So I was freaking out when I saw the $1,300 medication price for that. So if you go to Wegovy, there is a program you can sign up for where you can get it severely discounted. So I just wanted to put that out there because I'm sure there's many people in America that's affecting. So
Oh, yeah.
I've lost 75 pounds and it's a great thing. So I don't want people to not be able to access it. So just a little PSA. Sorry, didn't mean to hijack.
No, that's okay. That's fine. I mean, we all need different information at different times, and that's an important one. There's a lot of people that are on that. So.
Yep. So just a little PSA. A little after 7, I will let you go. But thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Listen to you guys every day, and it's great to see the dream team of you three back together. So.
Thank you. Thank you
Really
so
enjoyed
much.
it. Thank you for all you do.
You're
All right,
welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. It's 7 o'clock. I gotta run. Thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for that information, Devo. And thank you, Jim and Val, for being here with me today. I'll probably, unless I win my appeal overnight, I'll be on this account tomorrow. But if I do win my appeal, I'll be back on my main account. But either way, it'll be the main account or this one tomorrow to start with. But I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern to do it all over again. Thank you for the taps, the likes, the loves. Thank you, my mods. Thank you for the gifts and the cash ups and the Venmos. But just more importantly, thank you so much for being here every single day and giving me your support. I appreciate you so much. And we'll get through all this together. So I love you guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. All right, YouTube and Twitch. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back at 4 for tomorrow. What? Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what Luck Dragon's talking about, but make sure you give my thumbs up to my live. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Bye.